wish there was better transition than that, but hello.
I know, right?
I thought I had different transitions, so like big camera on no, yeah, see, like it has like a little like effect, but like no, this one's just straight here and to the point. I need to pause this from my side because I don't want to see that stream going. But hello everyone, how's it going? I need to move your screen up. Oh man, this is the wrong button. We do it live. That's what we do.
Yep. We're not used to going live either. We normally everything's like worked out before we go and do our recordings.
Yeah.
So this one's definitely a new one for us.
Yeah. Look at you wearing the hoodie.
I know, right? I'm representing.
Yeah.
And it was funny. So my kind of a side story for Christmas, my wife's like, I really want a Cricut machine because for the kids' birthday, we make shirts we like buy shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like $30-$40.
Yeah.
You know? So she's like, I'll just make my own. And in my head, I'm like, and you can make mugs, right? And she's like, probably.
So my mom was actually talking about that recently because I was visiting my family, and she was like, yeah, I can make you stuff. Like, really? Well, all right then.
Yeah, Alex and I looked at doing a couple places to make mugs, and for 10 mugs, it was like over $100. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't worth it.
No.
I would love a mug. I'd love another mug that I may or may not use.
Well, the whole process of me buying this for her so we can get mugs made. So yeah. I will be the first to say it's not been opened.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, her big thing during break was to read books. So she read a ton of books.
Okay.
So yeah. Side note, I went on a huge tangent. It's okay.
That's what we always do here, you know?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? The Dana Master is here in the house. I don't know if you're looking at the chat, but he's like, these emotes. Apparently the emotes over there are horrible. If we really wanted to and actually like do stuff like this, you can set up emotes for YouTube the same as you can for Twitch. But then we should
definitely give him a shout out. I was watching him and another one of our friends stream, and once I entered the stream and said, "What's going on?" he totally gave a shout out.
Oh well, so, look at that.
We should give him a shout out for Twitch because watching him when he does his speed runs and stuff, it makes me want to own the games that he's doing speed run in. But then I'm not that good, and I get really frustrated.
I'm the worst person to shout people out because I typed in twitch.tv/ and then I started typing out my Twitch just out of habit because I'm like, oh, that's the website I'm going to. But no, it's that apparently. Can you not do links? HTTPS Twitch.tv/ maybe you can't do links to other platforms.
Well,
hey, there we go.
Definitely, you guys should anyone that's on that knows us, definitely check him out because he does really have. I did not watch a lot of Twitch on vacation, just because I just wanted to.
Same actually. Like I hopped in like 2 people's, and I think I hopped into his like twice. So. But,
yeah, and you're very welcome for the shout out. I mean, it was just so funny because as soon as I entered and I said what's up, he totally shouted us out.
Yeah,
which was awesome. So.
You know who should shout us out? Mott's, because I'm obsessed with the green screen. I'm obsessed with their fruit snacks. Got a big thing from Sam's that had like 90 or something in them. I'm eating so many.
We buy those.
And they're so good.
7 people in one house. Yeah. And the worst is my oldest, because you'll go to his room and be like, where did all the fruit snacks go? We just bought a giant box. He's like, I don't know. And then I just see a pile.
Oh yeah.
Of them
you just see like used.
Yeah. And he's like, he goes, Dad, but there's like real fruit juice. I'm like, my God, the next dentist bill is gonna be awful, like awful. So
Well, that's why you just you don't chew on them. You just I don't know. Never mind. I don't want to continue that, especially on live.
He's 16. It's not like he's gonna listen. They know it all. So
but anyway, hello everyone. This is our first time ever streaming on YouTube, so if the audio is weird, I'm sorry. Also, that PlayStation noise is still happening in the background. Let me figure out how to remove that. Give me.
I think the funny thing is your apology. You're like, sorry? It was like you had a question mark at the end.
Yeah, I might.
It was kind of an apology.
Sorry, eh? Where do I... If I do this, does it... I think it... No, it doesn't stop it. Okay. How do I do this? I haven't done this in a while. Also, I don't have this other thing plugged in. What is with my life today? I thought I had all this stuff ready to go and plugged in, but apparently not. It's fine. I'm just gonna...
I did that because I was like, I want to make sure that with everything that's going on, that everything was ready to go. So
yeah, so I just unplugged the PlayStation's HDMI just to make it easier, I guess, for later. Oh yeah, people can't see anything. Okay, there we go. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. While I plug in this other HDMI, do you want to tell the people, because this is DVR'd, so as far as I'm concerned, so this will be a video on its own in the live section. But yeah, I'm gonna give you the stage.
Well, for people that are joining us and don't know who we are, so we are the Get At It Gaming Plus podcast. Officially, as of yesterday, we hit our 3-year mark from when we started the podcast. We started off with it was just me and Spencer starting off. We got Alex to join, which was really great. Definitely. We were 3 people doing this great podcast, and we just talked about video games. And as Spencer got more busier, definitely was not able to kind of do the podcast every single week. He left, and then once he did, me and Alex definitely wanted to kind of change things up. And so now we do everything. So we do either video games or movies or anime, like whatever we find that's cool in that realm. But a shout out definitely to Spencer because he was an OG and started this crazy trip with me.
Mm-hmm.
And especially Alex, because Alex was there. What episode did you come in? Was
like
it
3?
Yeah. And this is like 2020. So, when we started, it was right before COVID hit.
Yeah, like right before, because I started in like February or something.
Yeah, I got sick in February, at the end of January, February.
Yeah.
And so we it's been a crazy ride of like new things and things we're trying different. And if you would have told me that we would be on like, what is it, like 9 different podcast services and still be doing this now, I would never have believed you.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy, and we have a really good fan source. And this was kind of something that Alex and I talked about doing as an anniversary. The fact that we're going into our 4th year is crazy. I know a lot of people that have done podcasts and stuff, and they've not reached that 4th year, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Normally we post 2 different episodes, or 2, not different, but 2 episodes a week. So next week we'll post this version here. It's going to be like the audio version will be on Apple, iTunes.
Not this particularly, but a snippet. So if you're watching live right now, probably about half an hour, 40 minutes or so, we'll start the actual podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun
And
time.
then we'll have the video version of it that we'll post on YouTube on Friday. Um,
There he is. There he is himself. The trophy man, I guess, is what that is. The trophy.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It looks like a weird like face. Well, first of all, it reminds me of. I guess I'm dating myself, but not really. Do you remember old Nick Jr. like
Oh my gosh.
years ago, where like they were so lazy? They're like, you know what we will have for like the commercial breaks? We'll have just a face, and we'll just call him Face, and he'll just be different colors sometimes. That's what that
I
reminds me of, or like
remember.
Putt Putt or something. Remember Putt Putt, like the old, humongous entertainment games or whatever. Like, yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
reminds me of.
I think it's funny you're talking about like old school because over break I did watch Salute Your Shorts. I watched the entire all of the seasons of that, which you were like, how old at that time, babe? I mean,
Yeah.
that's early '90s. Uh,
All right.
I think that's crazy, but yeah, I remember that there. But it's good to have you here. Um,
Yeah. Thanks, Rob, for popping in. Appreciate
yeah,
it.
did I miss anything? I think I got all of it.
I think you got everything. Um, I'm gonna do something here because I'm interested. I'm just gonna hit record a few times tonight when I want to get a clip or what have you. Um, so I'm gonna hit record. Hang on, you don't have to. But all right, all right. So I hit record, by the way. I have a question for you, and I want to know if you've seen this, if it's actually worth it. Should we have a podcast about it? And the question is, how is Bluey? Is Bluey actually like really a good show? Because
Oh my,
like it's on my TikTok and I can't stop watching it. It's hilarious. Like every time it pops up, it's like 6 minutes long. But like there's really good acting in it, shockingly. And like the dad's super cool. But like, is this just a kid show? Or like can anyone get enjoyment out of this show? Is it worth it? I guess I should say. Like you have
I
kids,
mean,
you have the excuse to watch all these
yeah.
shows.
So we watched a couple episodes, and my wife's like, "You have to turn this off because they're talking about butts and farts." Um, which okay, I'm sorry, I grew up as a Nickelodeon kid, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I get it, but I think we should. I need to do a little more research and watch it, but uh, we could just talk about like kids cartoons that maybe are they're for kids, but they seem more adult. I mean, we can even add Ren and Stimpy and
Yeah.
some of those ones.
All right. All right. Well, that answered my question, and that's the clip. All right. So I stopped recording for that part, but okay. Yeah, I was just curious because yeah, I just see that's the new thing right now. Like for a while, I don't know if you saw on TikTok, there were things where it was
I think
Family Guy clips
oh my gosh,
for the
yes.
longest time. And then finally I saw a clip where it was this guy, he had like a green screen up and he like comes out of it. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? You need to stop watching these clips. Like it's rotting your brain." And it turns into something else that's not Family Guy. Cuz like they know the algorithm and it's like, "Why are you still watching these Family Guy clips?" It's the same
Um,
episodes over and
I have
over again too.
one of the TikToks that I follow is literally it's called Daily Larry David. And it's
Okay.
from Curb Your Enthusiasm, and it
Mhm.
literally clips of Larry David in some of the funniest scenes of all. That is the most underrated show. I don't think people realize how funny it is. Uh, and like especially when it gets people from Seinfeld on it, it's even funnier.
So I've only watched the pilot of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I did not enjoy the pilot. Is the pilot different from the show?
You need to skip to season two.
Okay.
So season two is much different.
Hmm.
Uh, it's like, and to tell you, like when it happens, it literally happens. Like I think it's season two or three is right after Katrina happens.
Okay.
So I watched one, I watched two. Two's kind of okay. Three is like amazing.
Hmm.
and it just goes from there.
So it's kind of
And
like The Office, Parks and Rec, like where it's like the actual show itself really picks up at this time.
yeah, it definitely is like it grew on me, and it just gets better and better as
Hmm.
it goes on. And the fact that you have all of these like famous people that show up, um, it's just even better. But you being a Seinfeld fan, it's even better when like, you know, like Jerry Seinfeld shows up,
Hmm.
or Kramer shows up, or Elaine shows up.
Have you
Or
seen? There's this guy on TikTok. Okay, this is just the TikTok not episode, where he does Seinfeld in current day, and he can act out as every single character,
wow,
and it's just like George is just like, I did it. I signed up for Tinder. And then and then like Jerry's like, you signed up for Tinder. And then they just have a conversation about that. And then Kramer pops in later and is like, oh yeah, I get all the ladies on Tinder. Like it's like really well acted, and he sounds exactly like them. And he even does like parts for like Elaine and stuff too. So like he acts as Elaine in like the certain scenes that need it. And get
um,
give me TikTok edition. Okay. Nice. But like yeah, he like does the voices really well, and like he works on like the scripting is like really good. Like it feels like it is a Seinfeld episode, but in present day. It's a good watch. I don't know who the guy is, unfortunately, because that's just the way that the feed is. But yeah, if you're watching out there, guy, you're really good.
I watched the Festivus episodes.
The Festivus poll.
Yes, and I still laugh. I cry out loud. And like where George's dad is like they're at the dinner table having a Festivus dinner, and he goes, It's the time to um, get out your
Oh,
grievances."
air of grievances or something.
Yeah, he goes, "I have a lot of problems with you people." Like every time that he yells that, I literally lose my crap, and I start crying. I'm laughing so hard
Oh yeah.
because it's and I think the funniest thing is if you like that, Larry David's show Curb Your Enthusiasm is literally like a rated R version
Hmm.
of Seinfeld. So like the way Seinfeld talks, like when he
Hmm.
would go into an explanation of like why this, why is this,
Hmm.
that's like Larry David.
Yeah. Well, because George is Larry David, like in the show. Like that's like he's based on him. Um, so you can really tell. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'd probably like Curb Your Enthusiasm because George is my favorite character. Um, but like I'm
When
not. Yeah.
I was gonna say like when you get JD Smooth,
Mhm.
they're like so Katrina victims. When Katrina happened, they're like, hey, can you house some of these people because they've lost everything, right?
Mhm.
So they house his family. And then JD Smooth shows up because he's related to the family and just wants to live in a big house, right?
Mhm.
The interaction between JD Smooth and Larry David is hilarious. Like, like like when JD Smooth, just some of the stuff they talk about. Like, uh, there was a male mess on a pillow,
Mhm.
and so they're like, his wife's like, you need to talk to him about that, right? And
All right.
so you know, then you find out it wasn't him; it was his manager because he gets nervous and that's how he does it.
Mhm.
So Larry David's like, I'm gonna go to their house and do it right. Well, he accidentally gets it. He grabs like what he thought was a towel. It's their daughter's blanket. So like that's a huge
Yeah.
thing there. Um, but yeah, if you like Seinfeld, you definitely like that.
It sounds like you said like it's Seinfeld, but it's not.
I think it's hilarious. My wife is here. Do you want to go on camera? It's live. She said no.
All right. It's fine.
That's all right.
That's
I
fine.
feel like I feel like my wife is like Charlie Brown's teachers. Like you know that they're there, but you just don't ever see them. And for me,
Wah 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 wah.
it shows my better side. My wife's now making fun of my lights.
Mm.
But yes, I think you need to give it a better shot. I think you need to it muscle through season 1 and 2. If you
Okay.
can muscle those,
Assuming they still stay on HBO Max, because who knows with HBO Max.
if they don't, I'm buying it. I'm going to tell you right now, if that goes, I don't buy Blu-rays very often. I will buy that. That
Mm.
and Sopranos. Um, just because I've watched Sopranos 3 times. So
I've never watched it 0 times.
if you have a queasy stomach, don't watch it.
Okay.
And also, you never know who's going to get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Good to know. But let me pull some stuff here. Blah blah blah. Where did my? Do I not have the schedule? Okay. Well, I guess I have the schedule in the information, but I can't look at that. So I'm just pulling up from our Discord channel. If you want, or server, I guess. If you want to join our server, feel free. It's a server that is alive sometimes, but it's alive more than my personal server. And yeah, you just have to accept, read the rules and accept, and then you get access to the server. For the most part, there are some channels and stuff that you can't see, like we're on right now. Is the live recording audio video channel. So anyone who has been on the podcast before, I think everyone, yeah, I think everyone's listed who's ever been a guest for the most part, um is on here. So like they have a special label, they're special guests. So like, yeah, if you have ever been on the podcast before and you're in the Discord and you're labeled special guest, feel free to show up on the stream. Preferably not between when we're live recording, when we're live recording, because we want that podcast to look a little more professional. But during the like after time, or like even right now, if you have some time, if you want to hop in there, feel free. If not, totally fine. But yeah, right now, what our plans are, we started a little late because I didn't realize you had to actually hit the go live button on here. For my test stream, you didn't have
We're
to.
learning. We're learning.
Yeah, we're learning. But yeah, our start 8 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time is what all this is. Eastern Standard Time. So 8 p.m. we started a stream, and we just talked about, and we're just gonna talk about stuff for a bit. 9 p.m. So again, in about, I guess, 25 minutes, we're going to do an actual podcast. If you want to be a part of that podcast, for some of it, even join in before 9 p.m. and then just pop in, and then we can have you in there. If you need to leave during the podcast, I'm totally fine with that. I just don't want people to pop in during because then it just messes up everything else. Um, and then from 10 p.m. till I have until midnight. It could go later, it could go less. But guessing games. So yeah, we have some games here. I don't know. Like I have my Switch over here, so if I need to plug in my Switch, we can. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We can play games with people, even people who are just watching as well. If you're interested, and if you have the certain games that we're gonna be playing, sure, go for it. Um, but yeah, that's all I really have for now as far as the I don't know, the I almost said homework, but it's not really homework. The schedule.
The schedule.
Yeah, the schedule. But I don't know. What do you we have some time to kill. What do you how was your break? How was your break?
It was good. It was good.
Mhm.
I had almost 2 weeks off.
That's right.
I was I switched career paths and jobs,
Mhm.
and I had already had PTO, so they were gonna let me keep it, which is pretty awesome. And so I had like 2 weeks off, which was really nice.
I did too.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
quit though.
don't. No, yeah, I don't feel like it's so funny when you have the time off. You're like, I'm gonna get all this stuff done, right? And I didn't finish as much as I would like to have finished. But I watched more TV shows and movies and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
like one of the things was I finished Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I finished that, which I hadn't finished yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but like it was nice. It was a nice time off. It's so funny because um, there's always such a huge thing for Christmas, right? Like there's that anticipation of like Christmas, and I don't care how old you are, like there always is. Um, and then it comes and goes, and it's gone. You know, it's like a big climatic build up, and then it's gone. Uh, my kids were absolutely bouncing off the walls the days before.
I'm sure.
Uh, and then it happens, and then there it is. So, and I'll talk more about like on the podcast, like what I played and what I watched. There's some really interesting ones in there. I'm sure Alex would be like, "Why did you watch that?" But I did. I muscled through some stuff where I was like, "Okay, this is just not," but I gotta finish it. Yeah, yeah. How about your break? How was yours?
Um, Mine was fine. I was working remote since that's what I do. So I went to go visit family for a whole month. So like 2 weeks, I was just working slash hanging out with family, and the other 2 weeks I was just with them. Instead, a lot of snow, a lot of snow. Um, yeah, I hate snow, but I don't have to drive over there, thankfully, so I don't have to be in the snow or anything. So it's all good.
That's good. Yeah, we got bitter cold, but not a lot of snow. They were
Hmm.
anticipating more snow, but that's what the end of this month in February for where we live. Um,
Yeah,
I mean, it's the next month after this one is awful. We always get horrible weather. Um,
yeah.
so
Here, give
yeah, it was
me a quick second here. I need to grab something. So I'm gonna
sure.
turn off my camera so you can talk. Actually, I don't know. Do you want the big camera or do you want to just be like a empty small camera? It's your choice. I'm only gonna be gone
Um,
for like less than a minute.
oh, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay, cool. I'll be back.
I can talk about so basically, since this is our anniversary, I'll tell a story about. So when I first had the idea of doing the Get I Gaming podcast, I went to our buddy Spencer and I was like, "Hey, I got this great idea, right?" I didn't do a lot of research on what I needed, and for Christmas that year, my wife got me two microphones because I needed two, and then I found out that I had the wrong microphones after I had opened the boxes and tried to get them to work. So I had to get a new microphone, and it was just kind of fun, like learning from this, and then like learning how to edit. Uh, and we don't do a ton of editing, but still there has to be some. So I think it's been pretty cool to have all those things that we've learned. I know people in the chat helped with our logo, which is fantastic. I've never done anything like that. Uh, he did a really, really good job. And even when we updated the logo, he did a great job. So I want to thank you for that. But it's just been like a cool, cool thing. I was just talking about how I bought the wrong mics.
Oh, at the very beginning.
Yeah, I bought the blue snowball mics, which I guess
Yeah.
you can use. I'm not saying you can't use, but we had to hear our voices because of what we do. And I was like, "There's no mic, there's no port for your headphones." So I was like, oh, I felt bad. My
I used
wife
to have a
called it.
snowball way back when. Like they're good for what we. They're a good first mic for recording in general. They're not a good first mic for this.
Yeah,
Um, I do. I kind of miss. I think I can turn it on, but I kind of miss hearing my own voice when I was talking, because like the Yetis did that, and I personally liked hearing my voice because then I knew how loud I was. With this, I don't really have that anymore. Um, but yeah, because
Yeah,
now we
but I
use
feel
Elgato Wave 3 mics, which are nice.
I feel like we there was so many upgrades that we've done since we started doing the show.
Yeah, too many.
It, yeah, but what's crazy is like, at first my wife was like, let's just see what happens, right?
Hmm.
But the fact that we stuck with it when I wanted this mic, Alex was like, I think this is what we should get. It was right before the holidays. And I
Hmm.
said, hey, this is what I want for Christmas this year. And she was like, okay, and
Yeah,
she's like, I ordered it just so if it comes in the box. Um, I think that's really cool because then it shows that we were serious about doing this. Um, so and I've told this before, and I think I told this to Alex. Like I literally look forward to when we record. Uh, we both work pretty stressful jobs. Uh, I have 5 children, so it's nice to have that like time where we can just talk about whatever we want, like geeky, nerdy stuff that we like. Uh, and the fact that you guys all listen is kind of a bonus.
yeah,
You know? So
yeah,
yeah,
for sure. I mean, if we weren't, I mean, I'm not gonna pretend and say we're super successful or anything because we're not. But because we get enough feedback, I would say that's why we continue to do it. So
yeah.
thank you.
I mean, I don't talk numbers, but I can tell you since we started this, this has been 3 years now. We've hit, I think, 5,200 downloads of
Yeah,
our podcast. Uh, and that's just insane to me that we have that many. And I think that's to people that listen. Those are people in the chat that listen. Uh, so I think that says a lot.
yeah,
Uh, I I think the fact that we got 1 or 2 downloads is pretty cool. Alex and I are pretty consistent on what we do and with this, so you know, it has definitely been a fun ride, and I'm excited for next year to see this year, see what we can do this year.
I mean, I'm excited for next year too. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do more guests. I want to definitely do more guests.
Hmm.
Um, and just do like off-topic shows. We don't have to always do this. And I think Alex and I both agree. Like when we first started, we, when Spencer left, we had a really long talk about how do you want to do it now. And he's like, let's just not do the same thing every week. And I think that's been really fun. And uh,
Keeps it keeps it fresh.
yeah, so definitely, if someone wants to be on the show and kind of like vibe with us in an episode, reach out to Alex and I. And I mean, those are the people that are in here now. Some people I know really well, and I know Alex knows really well. I mean, definitely, you guys want to be on? We can work something out. I think that's what makes the show so unique. Is that?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And the easiest way to be on the show is for you to have Discord and go to that link that's in the description and below on the YouTube video. And once you join, accept the rules and all of that, um, you can see us there. So you can DM us there. You can message us on Twitter. Probably still for a while at least. And Facebook exists. Yeah, those are probably the best things. We have an email. I don't really want you all to use the email for this kind of thing. But we do have an email. Um, so if you do find it, I guess sure you can email it. I guess if you want to be on the show, write
well,
me like a very professional email.
and Alex and I are very much on like those platforms like Twitter and stuff. Like I'm on Facebook often. I post a lot of things. So if you do have questions, or I definitely want to get to the point where we have enough questions and we can just do a question and answer show, um, or like a topic show picked by the guests. I think that'd be great. Is like to do that and say, hey, we're gonna talk about this today.
Yeah,
Good topic. I think that'd be kind of fun, especially if it's something that you guys want us to talk about. Uh, if that means you want to have a whole episode about Fraggle Rock, there we go.
Down to Fraggle Rock.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I have lots of questions with Fraggle Rock.
I haven't watched Fraggle Rock in a long time. That show used to like scare me, I think.
I think it scared a lot of people. It was definitely like different, you know? So yeah, I have lots of questions. Lots of questions that unfortunately Jim Henson won't be able to answer, but lots of questions there.
Yeah. What is it? Isn't the Jim Henson? I thought I read something. We're gonna talk about it later, probably on the actual podcast. But isn't the Jim Henson company or whatever? Aren't they working on Five Nights at Freddy's for the animatronics?
Maybe.
I thought I heard that because people were like, "Are they gonna be Muppets?" Or like, do they count as Muppets?
I don't. I think people forget that they did. Jim Henson did Dark Crystal.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like a lot of those puppets, they're still technically Muppets. Like that's what they're called. It's like, are the Ninja Turtles Muppets? Probably.
Yeah.
At least the first ones.
I don't know if the first ones were, but the second ones were done by Jim Henson. So
yeah.
You know, but I think we'll definitely talk about it later. I have some thoughts on that. I kind of wish my son was here. He knows more about Five Nights than I do.
I just want to watch Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We did watch some Ninja Turtles over break.
All right.
Which one did we watch? Oh, we watched the Michael Bay one. The first one.
Okay, the first. Okay, so we've talked about it on the show before. There should be if you go type in Get at Gaming Ninja Turtles or something, I bet you can find it, because there's one where we talk about there are top Ninja Turtles movies, and we like rank them all, and I don't remember if that was an actual episode or if that was only on YouTube. I really don't remember. It might have been an episode too, but it was better on YouTube because you could see like the ranking that way. Because I even had like the Batman versus TMNT on there and stuff like that. And there are like a couple other Ninja Turtles movies where like, we haven't seen these or we can't really judge these, so these are just going the lowest tier. But no, I remember as Rob says in the chat, the original Ninja Turtles movie is very, very good. But I forget what we gave the Michael Bay ones, but they're not bad. And the second one is a lot better because it has Bebop and Rocksteady, Krang. It has Casey Jones, and Stephen Amell as Casey Jones. Pretty good.
Yeah. With Rob's comment there, I think it's great. The only reason I like 2 better is I thought that the martial arts in 2 was better. I thought they and I know I'm a martial arts guy. Before this, I was watching old school kung fu.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was better. I think in that aspect, and Vanilla Ice was in it, so that's like an automatic win.
And Kino wasn't a bad character. Like I think it's really cool how I don't know, like a martial artist who was in the Ninja Turtle suit was so good that they're like, hey, we want you to be a real character for the next film. That's unheard of. Like that's really, really cool.
Just the fact of in those movies, the martial artists in the suits, total props. Because what they were doing in the suits was ridiculous. And the fact that they did them in the suits, which added more weight, I mean, hands down. I mean, you could not like those movies, but have respect for that.
Friend of the show, Zach, where you can catch him. I forget, did he start back up his wrestling podcast? I thought I saw something. But anyway, he has this really cool thing that he shared with me online. I don't think he posted anywhere else, but it's like shaped like the Ninja Turtles 2 box, but then inside it's a bunch of figures of all the Ninja Turtles, and like you can like give them a bunch of different props and things. Like there's one where you can give Leonardo the little, like, I don't know, foam sword thing that he uses in the beginning, or like you can give Michelangelo the sausages when he's like doing the nunchucks with the sausages and stuff.
That's
Like that's something like I would love to have. Like I remember Toys R Us had a thing a while back, but I think they only just made it for like two of the characters, and that was it. I think it was like Raphael and Leonardo, but they had this like Ninja Turtles through the years thing that you could buy, and it was just like a bunch of different Ninja Turtle action figures, and like it showed like here's the original like black and white comic. Now here is the 80s cartoon. Here's the 1990s. Um, it had like all three movies there, so like you could see how like the spots like in the form gets worse. And it had like Michael Bay. I think the furthest it went was Michael Bay, because it was when Toys R Us was alive.
Yep.
As an actual store. I mean, they're all on, where are they? They're in Macy's now, right? I think that's what it is.
some Macy's have it.
Yeah.
They before COVID hit, they were gonna do a new Toys R Us where it was an experience. Like you got to go in and play with the toys.
Huh.
And COVID hit, and that ruined that whole plan. But they've got a couple stores out and about. I don't know where they're at. I know there's one in New York, but I
Okay.
think you're right. I think they're in Macy's.
Yeah,
Um,
because the Macy's in my parents' town had a Toys R Us section. Um, I didn't walk to it or anything, but I could kind of see it from the side. Like, yeah, there's just a bunch of toys. um, but yeah, I don't know what actual Toys R Us stuff. Oh, yeah, that's true though. But Canada's different, Rob. You guys don't count. But like America lost. America, wow. United States lost Toys R Us like when, like 20. When did Smash Bros come out? Wait, when did Amiibo? Probably
was
like
it
2018 is probably when we lost Toys R Us.
probably? I think, um, you know, what sucks in our town here, where it was, is now a storage facility. So every time we drive by, even with my older kid who's 16 now, he's like, it's just sad. It's sad. It's like
Yeah.
a freaking storage unit. It was the best place on earth.
But for the longest time, it was just Toys R Us still. Like even
Yeah.
when it was closed, like I think for 2 years or something, it was still just empty Toys R Us.
Did they use it for one of those? What is it? The Halloween stores?
No, I'm pretty sure it was just
No.
empty.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I think that's crazy. You know that, but I remember like when my kids were younger, we would go there, and they would get a gift card for there, right? And you couldn't buy anything that they really wanted because
Yeah.
everything was so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So we would like have to pitch in like a whole lot more. So if they got like a $25 gift card, you're pitching in another 25 per kid just to
Yep.
get like something worthwhile. But I still miss it. I still miss it.
Yeah.
Anyone ever says that I don't like Ninja Turtles, you can look behind me. Look at that.
I do like that Ninja Turtle back there, that Raphael. I'm a little jealous of it.
Little funny story. I won this on Whatnot.
I
And the only
remember.
reason I won it because they did a drawing and I didn't win. And the rule was you had to be in the room, right? And the guy never said anything. And so they redrew it and it came my name. And real quickly, I'm like, I'm here. Yeah, that is supposed to be Raphael, Ronin Raphael. What you can't see is he's got like little blood droplets on his hands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thing's pretty sick. The shell is probably the best part. It's very detailed. It's a 3D print, but the paint job on that thing is, yeah.
Well, I remember seeing that guy stream on Whatnot, and he just had like the print of it, like without painting it. I remember like was in his background or something. And I was like, wow, seeing the difference between it being painted and not painted is a lot.
Well, if you find that guy again, let me know because I switched accounts on Whatnot and I lost him. And so, but it was cool. Like every time I would go in there, he would call me out by my
Mhm.
screen name and he'd be like, hey, talking about how you won. But his wife does all the painting, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
But they had tons of like really cool 3D prints that they did. Um, because I think that's why I bought my son a 3D printer. Uh, but that's not happened with his yet.
Yeah.
So we're working towards that.
Yeah, you said you lost them, so I was just thinking of Raphael. I lost a sigh. I lost a sigh. I could get back. I could get back.
I told my son once he understands how to do that 3D print, I want a Master Chief main weapon. I want that 3D printed. He's like, Dad, that would take forever. Well, better get started on it.
You need to just 3D print a bunch of 3D print a shell for you, and then you can be Raphael for Halloween. And then you can 3D print me a Jose Canseco bat, and you can be like, "Tell me you didn't spend money on this."
Well, his plan was to do Freddy Fazbear, and he
Oh
was
yeah,
printing out parts, and the thing broke, and so we've been trying to fix it. My mom has a friend that's what they do. They do that, and so they have a business by doing it. They print out like parts and stuff for companies or whatever.
yeah.
And I said, our problem, and I said, do we need to replace it? He's like, no. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, he's going to come over, see what it's doing, and fix it, and then give my son a couple lessons, which would be even better.
Nice.
I think I showed you the jaw. He had the whole bottom jaw printed.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was
pretty good.
It was super creepy.
Yeah.
He had part of the head done. If that thing would have gotten done, he would have totally scared children out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because he was going to print the helmet out, and then he was going to put LEDs for the eyes, and he was going to have like a brown thing underneath, but he was going to print the pieces and the hands and stuff.
Like that's something where like that kid needs to go to a Comic-Con and wear that. Probably don't wear that on Halloween, otherwise you're gonna get a lot of angry parents at you.
Yeah, I think yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, yeah, dude, don't scare the kids. But he likes it so much that my younger kids now like it, even though they don't understand the full story.
Yeah.
So
yes, in a trench coat, Rob. Raphael in the trench coat is the best one.
That'd be the cheapest thing to get for that, you know?
Where they come up with this stuff and Critters is in the background. Yeah, I love that movie. You know what? I'm gonna call it right now. We need to find a way. Life finds a way. We're not watching that movie, but we're gonna watch Ninja Turtles at some point. Try to do some sort of watch along. Maybe
that'd be awesome.
Somehow. I don't know if it's like on Amazon, because if you have Amazon Prime, then you can do like watch alongs through Twitch, which is a thing. We can also try to do it, I don't know, through Discord and other ways, but I don't want to really discuss that on a stream like this. But yeah, in general, do a commentary for YouTube and live there for we could. I didn't think about that.
There's a couple I watch that do that. They don't do like the whole like movie, but they show clips from the movie and they do commentary on it.
Well, I didn't think about how we could just like, well, first of all, we're going off of, we haven't even started the podcast yet. It's already 9:02, but it's fine. But I didn't think about that. And we could, like we could just watch a movie and then we just record commentary. Like we don't have to record, I don't know, like we don't have to really record the movie or anything. We're just going to record just us reacting to the movie. Yeah, that'd be really easy.
We have to order pizza when we do it.
I mean, yeah, we can do that. I mean, we can do it for every movie, but yeah, we can get some good pizza or whatever. We have to get Domino's, and we have to be like pizza man's late 30 seconds. Yeah, and he's like 33rd and a quarter or something.
Do you remember the days where like if your pizza was late, you got it for free?
Yeah, that's what it was with Domino's, I think.
Yeah.
For the longest time, because that they used Domino's for the first film, and then the second film uses its own, I think, because Domino's is what they're all eating in the first film.
Yeah. The second one was where Kino works.
Yeah, and that wasn't a real pizza place.
No.
Although it kind of looked like the pizza place. Uh, Come on, pal, I couldn't find the place. Uh, it's looked like the pizza place from Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2, where he's like, "Just give me a chance," and he like rips off the thing. He's like, "Go," and then delivers the pizza time. I think it's that place. It looks very similar to that place because like
It,
on the corner, it's in New York. Um, I feel like it could be because he uses like the little moped just like how they do. Um,
I
from
mean,
at least from the second film, yeah.
if we've noticed anything, like they like to reuse spots.
Oh yeah.
So I can't remember what it was. Oh, there's like a lot somewhere in Hollywood that literally has like uh, it's been used for like all these different movies for so long, including like Christmas Vacation.
Or what was it? It got torn down, but the old hospital that people would use for like Scrubs was all recorded in there. Children's Hospital on Adult Swim was recorded in there. There were some other shows that recorded in that old hospital, but then because it was basically an old hospital that shut down, and then like Hollywood used it, or Burbank, I forget where it was exactly, but they used it for recording. And so like some of it was still hospital, but then other rooms when you walk is like a dressing room, or at least with Scrubs, like if you just walk down the next hall, like, oh, it's Dr. Cox's like apartment. Like they just had everything inside this one building. But then I know that they tore it down because when season doesn't exist of Scrubs 9 came out, um it was like a different, it was like a Hollywood lot, like movie lot thing, like it wasn't real. But
Yeah, I just think Hollywood's great. They buy like lots. I think it was Tyler Perry. Okay, so Tyler Perry, I had no idea how rich he was until I watched this. Um, do you know that I think he's in North Carolina, maybe?
huh.
So he's got this lot, right?
Mhm.
It's huge. And it's got these giant production studios. There's like 9 of those, right?
Okay.
And then he's got like a small town that's built there with like houses, and they're like fully function houses.
I'm sure, especially if he's how many of these shows does he have? So like yeah, it makes sense because they're all essentially the same. Like yeah, you could shoot like 5 different shows with just the same neighbors and just have it be a universe.
Yeah, like Medea's house is there. Um, and it's crazy because like his giant buildings for lots, they're numbered, right?
Hmm.
It was like, oh, people all the time rent those out to shoot their movies.
Huh.
I mean, they're giant.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much money do you have that you built this? I mean, you built a giant subdivision.
I
I
feel like
mean,
he has a ton just because like he keeps making movies and producing things. And I feel like less and less people are watching them as it goes on, to be honest. But like he's still doing it and he's still making some sort of profit, it seems. So
I will say that I'm not a huge fan, but his last Medea film that was on Netflix was pretty funny.
yeah.
Uh, and I think it wasn't. Most of us have like a something that's happening, and it's like you learn from it, right? But this one had more funny stuff than anything else, and I think that's why I liked it. Uh, but there was like I think it was on Netflix, but they showed like he gave you a tour of his lot, right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's so besides that, then he's got his office building there, which is ginormous. They've got cars down the street. Everything is purposely set for that. But these 9 studios, like you could probably do a Jurassic Park film in one of them. That's how big they are. Like these in-house studios. Uh, I don't remember what he said. Like it's just ridiculous. Are you looking it up now?
No, I'm writing something for our people in case they try to show up. Um
Sorry, I went on a whole tangent about Tyler Perry. I didn't need to, but when I watched it,
totally fine. He was in you know what? It's fine cuz he was in Ninja Turtles too. He was
he was,
Baxter Stockman and he was excellent as Baxter.
I wish they would have like done more with that though.
He didn't turn into Bug Stockman. No, I was really disappointed. Spoilers, I guess, for Ninja Turtles Rise, or what was it called? Something Sewers, or
Can't remember now. I can't think of it now.
I can't think of it what it's called. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna write this.
No,
Okay, so where
Out of the Shadows.
Out of the Shadows. Well, because there was a game that was called Into the Shadows, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that was the one made by what's his face, or the Platinum Games.
Yep.
It came out around the same time as the other stuff. TMNT, the sewers are cool. You know, that's a good name for it. I heard there's a TMNT game based on the CG cartoon from Nickelodeon. And first of all, that show is really, really good. But also TMNT, whatever the game is that's on the 3DS, was essentially a new brawler, and people loved it like a lot. Like it was really, really good.
I think it's funny because as you say that.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. People like that one. Was that something Ooze?
Yeah, it was Danger of the Ooze.
Danger of the Ooze. Yeah, people like that game.
It's so funny that I have it sitting right here because I'm a reseller and I just bought some stuff.
Yeah. All right. Do you have the case for that, or is it just
no.
the game? Oh, okay. See, if you had a case for it, maybe you'd make it sale for me. But guess not.
Cases are super. I have a case that's a DS case that's blank. You just have to buy the.
I used to have so many DS cases that were blank, and I gave them to GameStop back when our pals Spencer and Alex used to work there, because they liked well, one, they liked the cases, but two, I was just like, when we were there, we would always put games in cases when available, or like replace cases. Like if we found, like, say a Pokemon was there, Heart Gold, we wanted it to look really nice, so we would give it a better case, and like put the cover art, the original cover art, inside there, and do that kind of stuff to sell it. Or someone would just take it. I don't know. But anyway, I wrote in some of the stuff here that everything's set back 10 minutes. So I told people 10:10 to 10:15 is when we will be done with the podcast part of it. So if you are watching right now and you do want to be part of the podcast, feel free. And if you're watching right now and you're already have been a guest before, where I don't have to do a lot of work, and you want to be part of the podcast, and yeah, please join right now for the next few minutes. I don't need to, but I mean, we've been streaming for a little bit. Ben, if you need to go and take a bathroom break or anything like that, get some water, feel free, because we can wait a few minutes here, because I have stuff here. I'm ready. But
yeah, you know me too well, because I've gone through like 3 waters. I'm going to take a bathroom break.
All right. Well, and with that, so yeah, hydrate. Hear from our sponsors. You know what? I'm gonna be that guy. So hey, what's up, everybody? You see all this gobbledygook over here? It's because I have not a great light. I was trying to buy another light. Actually, the light's good. It's my camera. If you want us to have better cameras and stuff like that, consider I don't know, subscribing, following us on all the social medias, doing all that fun stuff, and maybe I'll get a better camera. You know, if you want to find me on things, because you know what, why not? He's not here. He can't yell at me. We're gonna go to, you can find me on twitch.tv/cheetar02. And yeah, that's where I stream video games and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to see me over there, totally fine. Hang out there. We'll have a fun time. But otherwise, yeah, this has been our stream so far, and been a fun time so far. Again, we're about to start recording here in a little bit. So if you want to be part of the actual podcast itself, please join the live recording voice channel on our Get A Gaming Discord, and we can have you join here in a little bit. But yeah, once Ben gets in here, we'll start to record the podcast itself, and yeah, we'll do that. I need to get up for a quick sec, so I'm gonna just have that up, so you can still hear me, but I need to grab a bag that's a little further away, so I don't want you to, like, I don't know, I don't want to hit like the screen and then the whole thing falls apart. I don't want you all to see that, so I'm just gonna be walking over here. So you might still be able to hear me, but it's still I don't care, because I left this bag all the way over here, and I got it over here, and I am good. So I guess I will go back here. All right. But let's see here. I freaked out. So I had the stream paused on my side because I don't want to have two things going at once and like hurt the bit rates and all that. But I just saw like a paused Ben in the corner. And I was like, just, what is this? He's back. Oh, but now he actually is back. So
I am actually Felix.
Wow, that was a noise I didn't think would come from a dog.
Well, we bought these. They're like a.
Oh, it's a toy.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was coming from the dog, and I was concerned a little bit there.
PS5. This is Felix. This is one of my dogs. Okay. But we bought these Kong balls. They're supposed to be indestructible, and within 2 days, he's broken one.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not indestructible to a shepherd mix or whatever he is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Well, alrighty then. Let me make sure that everything else looks good. 20. This looks good. Mic in. That looks good. That looks good. Advance. MP4. I want to make sure everything looked good on the video stuff. So, all right. Well, we are going to start recording our actual podcast. So we are going to be ignoring the chat. Nothing against you. But we hate you for the next hour while we're recording a podcast. So yeah, if you want to obviously stick around, listen. I'll probably forget everything I say on the podcast as I normally do. So if you start writing in here and commenting on things, I mean, we might read them afterwards, but I'm not gonna remember anything I said because that's just what happens. So hopefully I don't say anything offensive on any of the podcasts. I don't think I do because I feel like otherwise we'd be canceled at this point. But yeah,
I think we've both decided to keep it pretty. We have our things we talk about.
PG.
And I wouldn't say PG. I'd say at least PG-13.
Yeah, PG-13 with like how many F-bombs are you allowed? How many swears?
It was so funny because I remember when we first started, that was the thing we had to tell Spencer, like, hey, you can't be dropping a ton of Fs because we're in this level where it's not that mature rated one, so anyone can download.
Anyone can cook.
Yeah. There was only a couple times. There was a couple times where he definitely dropped it a couple times.
Oh, at the very beginning, and we're just like, cut. All right, let's try that again.
We can't have that.
Yes, we cannot. All right, so I am ready. Are you about ready to hit record and all that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the normal countdown. I'll hit record.
Okay. Wait, all your audio stuff working? Do you know?
Yeah, I did a test earlier. We're good to go.
Okay, cool, awesome. So I am hitting record.
I'm gonna hit it in 3, 2, 1.
I like it how we didn't even say who was going to host this because I was like, I wonder who's gonna host this. But you know, it's me. It's me. I am alive. I am here. I am the gatekeeper. I'm the or keymaster. I forget what it is. Whoever Rick Moranis is, isn't he the keymaster? Yeah, he'd be the
Yeah,
keymaster.
he's the keymaster.
Yeah, because that's now thinking about that, I now understand that. Huh. What a keymaster and gatekeeper. All right. Well, we're learning a bunch of stuff. Birds and the bees you learn about on Gaming Plus podcast. This is our anniversary stream. If you'd like to see the rest of our anniversary stream, why don't you go on over to youtube.com/GetAtGaming where you can see the full anniversary stream where we talk about so many different things. We talked about TMNT, about how cool it is. We talked about how cool some of our people are who were in the chat earlier. Talked about a lot of cool things. Cool people, cool things. Yeah, and now I put together. How many times have I watched Ghostbusters? I didn't realize the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper. A Keymaster is the male, and the Gatekeeper is a female. Oh, you're learning so much stuff today. It's a fun time. I'm not even drinking. But yeah, this is our kicking off year 4 of Get At Gaming. I am Alex, by the way, and yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm Ben.
Oh yeah, he is Ben. I almost like introduced you for you, and then yeah, it's different feel right now because we're learning about Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'm just gonna let you say that until an actual ghost arrives. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Don't jinx it.
You know, you're just gonna see like a ghost back here. Oh man, I could do that for like one of our episodes. Just like have like a ghost that's just like intangible and just like sometimes just like mess around with the little settings, just make it appear and disappear.
I mean,
Like a haunted stream.
We actually do know
We
some
do.
people are ghost hunters.
Yes, we do. Local I don't want to say what they are for because I don't know what they're called nowadays. But yeah, no. My current boss, I guess, yeah, was a ghost hunter, ghostbuster, whatever, like an actual one. Interesting times. Yeah.
I love shows, by the way. I used to watch several of them on Sci-Fi Network and
Oh yeah.
with other places. Um, now, if you ask me to go on a ghost hunt for real, no,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
I barely remember those shows on Sci-Fi Network and stuff like Ghost Hunters and stuff. I don't remember those. I only know about like hearing other podcasts talk about them because like Jesse Cox, who's like a well-known podcaster, YouTube person, and Krendor, they have a podcast that they don't need our help, but Cox and Krendor in the morning. It's an excellent podcast. I highly recommend everyone listen to it. That's kind of how I modeled this podcast a little bit after. But they always talk about how it's so ridiculous how there's just these people who are like, I'm gonna fight you, ghost, I'm gonna fight you. It's like that's what I think of when I think of ghost hunters. It's like, I'm not afraid of you, ghost, I'm gonna kick your butt. And then they get afraid of something because like something moves.
Well, there was a show on Netflix. I think it's like I don't remember what it was. So basically, the premise was these were all people that worked in the paranormal world,
Mm-hmm.
and they were going to spend 30 days in like these haunted locations that were like severe. And so the first couple was like, well, the first thing I like to do is piss them off really well. And I'm like, okay, so let's just go through history. Anytime that you decide that you want to piss something off first and then work through it is never a good idea. It's like a bullfighter thing, like, hey, I'm going to really piss this bull off first and then I'm going to fight it. No. But like, I only watched the first couple episodes and I'm like, okay, so I watched Ghost Hunters. Those two guys split off into their own couple shows.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch that Demon House documentary about the house in Gary. I do like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if we ever get a chance to get one or two of those guys on a podcast to just talk about it, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is the Get at Gaming Plus podcast where we talk about anything we want to. Um, yeah, the show, you don't dictate the show, we make it ourselves. But if you enjoy it, we appreciate it. We talk about mostly video game stuff. We talk about nerdy stuff. We sometimes talk about anime when I try to bring up how I barely watch any, but I'll just talk about all the good stuff. I'll be like, "Hey guys, you should really watch Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's a really good anime about depression and mechs, and it's really cool." Yeah, that's how I sound most of the time. That's how I imagine I sound sometimes when I'm talking about something I'm like semi passionate in. Um, that might happen.
I wouldn't say you sound like that.
Okay, well I appreciate that. I don't know. That's just oh man, I don't even know if he's watching. But friend of mine, um, I had this thing where it's like, oh yeah, this is how every junior high kid sounds. Like, they sound like this, and hey, you want to go play some Halo 3 later? Like that's what we imagine like our junior high selves sounding like. Um, so I don't know, just without getting into any further details, like that's just what I think of when I think of a kid or like a nerdy kid. I'm just, hey, we're gonna go play some Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you want to play some Yu-Gi-Oh? I got the left leg Exodia, and that's it though. I guess I can't summon Exodia, but you know, I got that left leg. It's pretty sweet, huh? Like, yeah, that's what I think about. But this is a podcast about nothing where we can talk about anything we want to. Today, again, we're kicking off our 4th year. We have had 3 years behind us. And yeah, it's been a fun time. Man, I like how I said I wasn't gonna read the chat, and now I'm reading the chat about the left leg. The only piece anyone ever had, exactly. If you want to see the chat, I guess, or see any of this live stream again, it is on youtube.com/getatgaming, where you can go into the lives section, and you should see this whole live stream that we're gonna try to have go for about 4 hours, I think. Yeah. Or 5 hours, I guess. Wow, yeah, a lot. But I don't really have any structure to this. I thought we kind of just talk about what we've been doing. Talk about how we feel about the show a little bit, kind of like how we did earlier in the podcast or in the beginning of the stream. And then probably talk about like things that we got for Christmas, things that we got on our breaks, or things that we want, things we've been doing. So at the beginning of the show, we always do something. It's like hidden trophies, or I don't even know anymore. Hidden trophies and like stuff that we get. I don't know. Hidden trophies and swag. I don't remember what else I call this show, but I don't have a rubric in front of me or anything like that today.
I think it was hidden trophies and what we're playing.
What we were playing, yes. When we were playing, what we are doing. Maybe we should call it that from now on. Yeah. Because we're not just always playing stuff. We're not just a video game podcast. Or as Hammer Morty says, I'm more than just a hammer. But yeah, let's go over our hidden trophies and stuff. Ben, do you want to kick it off and talk about cool things that you got over break or anything like that?
I want to start the record off with saying, in life, you need to just find that woman that gets you, or man, whatever your preference is,
or Muppet.
That or Muppet. That is who you marry. So, my wife.
So, no, you have to say it. You have to say it like Borat.
My wife.
My wife. Okay, there we go. You said my wife, so you have to say my wife. So anyway, continue.
So she did buy me the I got these.
Yeah, the pros. Yeah, they're nice.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea how good these were.
I have those.
Those are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't know about, but I'm gonna move to the side here. If you can see my Master Chief helmet back there, this is why I said you should be with someone that gets you. So that was part of my Christmas there. It does. So there's the helmets light up on the sides. it does actual quotes with the guy that played Master Chief's voice.
That's awesome.
That's sick. She also got me an Evercade, which is like I would say the dopest handheld uh, ever. I was playing Earthworm Jim, and it looked better than that. They also do like arcade games on there, so like
Hmm.
legit arcade. Um, this was their first handheld. I wanted the newest one, but it's just really short supply. Um, as for what I was really doing, I spent a lot of time catching up on things I hadn't watched.
Okay.
So I finished the Halo series.
All right.
Um, it finished.
I
Uh,
didn't watch it. I didn't
it,
try it at all because it's on like one of those channels I don't even have.
there's well, I renewed my Peacock membership so I could watch it.
I think I
I
saw
watched
it on DVD at like a Target recently too.
maybe. Um, it is. I don't know. Uh, I thought it was pretty decent. There's a lot more going on that doesn't seem very Master Chiefish to
Well,
me.
I remember the first thing was it episode 1 or episode 2 where Master Chief how far are we into this podcast? I can talk about sex. Oh, I guess I did it earlier. We talked about the gatekeeper and the keymaster. But yeah, I remember people complaining that it's like Master Chief doesn't get laid. He doesn't have sex because they took out that thing out of all the Spartans, and that's why. And yeah, they were really upset about that. Um,
Well, there is a scene where it shows when he gets Cortana.
mhm,
Spoilers if you've not seen it. I will probably say something not meaning to, but I just wanted to say spoilers. Um, he takes out his behavioral chip that modifies his behavior where he has
okay.
no emotions. So that was the first thing, and the other thing is yes, this is when he first gets Cortana.
Interesting.
And so, but I will tell you, the battle scenes were awesome. The digital graphics looked awesome.
Hmm.
Um, I thought that was great. Uh, making him look superhuman was awesome.
Yeah.
And bigger was cool. Another thing I watched was I watched a couple of movies that I wanted to watch.
Okay.
Uh, I watched The Glass Onion,
Hmm.
which is the sequel to Knives Out. If you have Netflix right now before they go to their weird payment, you know, or non-sharing program, you have to watch that movie. It is so good.
Yeah, my some of my family, my sisters and my dad watch Knives Out and then they watched Glass Onion. I did not join them for either. Instead, I stayed upstairs and I watched Adam's Family and Adam's Family Values.
Hey, those are great films.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong there. Um, I finished that series. Um, I really spent a lot of time just watching like things. I think I
Mhm.
watched Christmas Vacation way too many times
Mm.
to the point where we started comparing our people in our family, me and my wife's family, to Cousin Eddie.
Mhm.
Uh, it was hard looking at people at Christmas because I'm like, oh my god, you're Cousin Eddie, like
That's what
legitimately.
happens.
Yeah. Um, and just really kind of relaxing.
Mhm.
Uh, I did start and I did get Final Fantasy Crisis Core, and I'm about 4.5 hours in. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. You know, it's been really fun. I played a shit ton of Halo.
Mhm.
No lies. At this point now, I'm a silver 4, almost a silver 5, and it goes up to 5, and then you go to gold. The last medal that you would get is Onyx, and that's right after gold. So to say that I've been playing a lot of Halo is an understatement. Um,
Sounds like a lot.
for me, it's just a quick. I can turn it on. I can play a couple rounds and be done.
Mhm.
Um, I did get a lot of games on sale. I know me and Alex were talking a lot. I did get that new Digimon game for Switch for
Yeah, I
$17.
have not played it yet.
I'm telling you what, it jumped back up in price really quick.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they meant to do it for so cheap.
Yeah.
The last thing my wife got, and I'll talk about, is I got the Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 for Switch. She got that for me. She bought it. It's from Screenwave, which is crazy They were out for the longest time, and I don't think they did a ton of copies of it. So I think it's like the last run.
Okay.
I've not booted it up either. I did play a little Animal Crossing in the winter or before Christmas because
Nice.
that's what you do.
Hang out with that snowman.
Yeah,
Try to
yeah.
roll some snowballs.
But it was just like a really fun, relaxing time. We watched, I think, almost every night we watched something when the kids went to bed, which is nice because we don't, with her job especially,
Mhm.
we don't always get that luxury. So that was really nice to be able to do that. Um, I before break, I told Alex, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna finish these games here, right? I did not finish any of those games, and I think the list that we talked about, I don't think I even booted any of them up. I did really quick. So during the holiday sale, I bought the Mega Man Anniversary Collection digitally. It was
Mhm.
$30, which I felt was reasonable, and it comes with the Mega Man Legacy 1 and 2, and then X 1 and 2, and then Mega Man 11.
Mhm.
I am almost done with Mega Man 1. I'm in Wily's Castle. And anyone that's been there knows that castle is super hard.
Yep.
Um, but I just really enjoyed it, just hanging out with my family and my kids. And yeah, I watched more stuff than I actually played. So, what about you, Alex?
Um, over the break, I watched a lot of TV because I don't have TV at my house. Like I or cable, I guess I should say. So when I'm over at my parents or family or anywhere else, they generally have cable. So I watched a lot of the Game Show Network. I watched a lot of America Says and Family Feud and
Wow.
um, what's the one connection? Chain Reaction.
Oh man, that's like some old school there.
Um, yeah, and then well, old school is the match game, like the old match game. Like yeah,
Yeah.
they show that at like noon or something every day, and it's great. Um, I beat Sonic Frontiers. Um, I did that because I wanted to delete it off of my hard drive to have space for other things. I had a issue with Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I don't know if I told you about this, but I got a disc from Amazon as like a Christmas present. I opened it up on Christmas, and the PS5 won't read the disc at all.
That's weird.
Yeah, and it's from Amazon. So tried to return it, but we were UPS was way too busy, so I think we returned it later. I forget. But anyway, ended up getting a copy at a GameStop over there. Instead, putting that in, immediately it worked. So it was the disc that came from Amazon. It was busted for some reason. Um, and I got that on the 26th, and I think I beat that game on the 28th. It's a pretty short game, honestly. I didn't beat it, but like I did all the story stuff. So it was about like 12 to 13 hours maybe for just story and some missions. Because like yeah, you can get through that game pretty quickly if you are just playing for story and avoiding certain things. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. I love Zach. Zach Fair is one of my favorite characters in all of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VII especially. Um, the ending of that game is always fun. Have have you beaten Crisis Core like the original or anything? Do you know
No,
what happens at the end?
no. So
Okay.
I own. So I for some reason, and
I
I
mean, I
don't
guess
really
you know what happens at the end of because of like regular Final Fantasy VII,
right.
like Zack is dead or whatever. People know that, but okay, you never actually beaten regular Crisis Core or anything like that before.
No,
Okay.
no. It's funny because over, I don't even think when it happened. I think it was like fall. I
Mhm.
said, "Hey, I'm gonna start collecting PSP."
Right. Yeah.
We all laughed, and I'm like, got like 20 games now.
Jeez.
Uh, which Alex knows this is a fad for me. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do it, and I haven't even booted my PSP up in a while. What will happen is I will do it, and then I'll be like, you know what? I'm kind of bored with this. Initially, I want a Vita, is what I really want.
Yeah.
Um, and whatnot. So I own it because when I started buying, I bought games that I wanted, not like the ones there. Which is
Hmm.
it's funny when I bought it, I only paid $15 for it. That PSP one has gone way up in price.
Wow.
So I think it's like 27 to 30 now if you have it complete.
I do. I have it on. I have a Japanese copy of it as well.
I will tell you, like I remember playing it a long time ago when I first got my PSP, but this is the best way to play it.
Yes. Because they updated the combat and stuff, and they just make it a lot better. Um, so yeah, I guess I won't spoil the ending, but then for you, since you haven't played it, and I don't know if anyone who's also watching maybe hasn't. Um, but yeah, it gets sad. Like the but the during that whole game, I didn't enjoy Zach's new voice actor. The direction especially because it seemed like he was fine. It's just that old voice actor versus new voice actor, there's clearly like a better like ADR, like a director in the background being like, all right, you should take another take of this, you should give a little bit more emotion this way. And it seems like there's just weird deliveries in certain places. I don't
I'll
know, like just like lack of emotion in certain points. Like I've seen the clips of original Zach like yelling at Angeal, and then you see like the new clip and it's just like less yes, less yelling. It's more of just like, what did you do, Angeal? Like that, instead of
Yeah,
like
I'll
being
that.
actually mad at him. But I will say he grew on me later as the game progressed. All the other voice actors were perfectly fine, in my opinion. Like I felt like they knew what they were doing and they were given enough time to do it well. Uh, but I think it's just because Zach is behind you and he's way too cocky and confident, that it just might have been a little overkill to just see him continuously. Um, but yeah, no, the ending's great. I will say, if you are trying to rush to play this game because of the new Final Fantasy like remake and stuff like that, don't bother to rush, because this is a faithful remake, or a remaster I should say, because they call it a remaster. I want to say they don't even call it a remake. There's nothing related to Final Fantasy VII remake. There's nothing related to the post-credit scenes of Final Fantasy VII remake or the DLC. Um, this is the original game, just looking nicer. So yeah, because that was my concern. That's why I rushed through the story super fast, because I wanted to make sure that there wasn't any I don't know, like weird spoilers for the next remake game. And there wasn't a cutscene, there wasn't anything.
Yeah,
Um,
and so far I've been pleasantly. I've enjoyed it. Um,
yeah, it's great.
you know, so
Um, yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff here. I got a lot of Game Gear games recently because they're really cheap. So I got some for Christmas, and then I also got some from like my older sister. So like I got like Batman Returns,
wow.
which is that's Penguin, right? That's Penguin and Catwoman.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good platformer, like a side-scrolling platformer. Um, and yeah, it looks amazing on the Analog Pocket since I have that adapter. I played a little bit of Home Alone, which plays just like that weird NES game. So like, like you're just setting traps and all
Yep.
that. That's what the game is. It's just setting traps. Um, let's see. I didn't play any of them, but I tested some of them. I got was it the Lucky Dime or something? It's a Donald Duck game. And then I got a Mickey Mouse. It's not Castle Illusion. It's like another. It's like something of illusion. Um, maybe Forest of Illusion. I don't know. That wait, no, that's a Zelda thing. I think. I think it's Link to
They
the
did
Past.
they did do a second one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one I forget. I don't know if it's in here or not, but I have Sonic Chaos. Oh, I have Jurassic Park for Game Gear. That was an interesting one to play.
Hmm.
Um, okay, Home Alone is in here. What is this? Land of Illusion is what I have. And yeah, I also got Sonic Triple Trouble, and I got some more games for Game Gear. And then got like Sonic 2 again, since I just can't find my copy, so I just bought a new one since that's like one of the easiest ones to find. I got a cool Lupin book that I don't really want to. It's over here, but I feel like it won't do it justice on the screen. But the last thing I'm gonna show for what I got, I guess, besides other games, I bought Elden Ring. I don't know if I told you that. I told some chat. Because like
we were talking about it, and you're like, "Hey, I bought Elden Ring."
Well, because it was a buy two get one free for used. So I got Judgment for PS5. I got Elden Ring, and I got Final Fantasy Stranger in Paradise or whatever. In Final Fantasy Origin, that was is it Origin or Origins? One of them is the PS1 game, but whatever the newest one is, that was cheaper if you bought it new, or $5 more, because GameStop's weird with their pricings and stuff. So I had to do some math in my head and be like, well, I'm doing the buy two get one free, so I am saving money by doing this and buying this one used for a little more versus whatever. So I ended up just pulling the trigger. I was trying to find Lost Judgment for used, and they didn't have it at that GameStop. But yeah, no, the last things that I got, I don't know if you know this yet, but I got The World Ends With You, the strategy guide for it, for the original DS game. I found that $4.99 is how much I bought it for.
Really?
Yep, it was at some random game store that I generally don't go to, because I once found fake games there. And so, but that was like years ago. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. And they have a lot of cool stuff there. But then, yeah, they do have like a section of like cartridge games that are just clearly just fake, but they don't tell you they're fake.
Nice.
But and then yeah, I showed this on the servers and stuff. But I got Dot Hack, Volume 1, 2, and 3 for the strategy guides. So like, yeah, there's a lot of like stuff in here, like it's the dungeon maps and what battle level you should be in certain parts, and what monsters are here, what items you can get. Like this would have been really, really helpful when I was grinding that one time earlier, because like, yeah, it just tells you everything. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. I went to Kinokuniya. I think I took a picture of that. It's that Japanese bookstore. There's a few of them in the United States, but there's one in Chicago, so I stopped there while we were riding over to my parents' place, and yeah, it was a fun time. Saw a huge Totoro. Got a got a Lupin book from them. It's just a part 6 guide. It's all Japanese, but it has every single part 6 episode, and then just some like character like sketches and all that kind of stuff. So it's the only Lupin thing they had, because Lupin's not popular, I feel, in Japan, even though it's been going for 50 years. But you know, yeah, I'll grab it since it's right here. This is the last thing I'm gonna show. I got this in the mail. Well, I sent it over to my parents because I wasn't sure when it was going to show up, and it actually showed up earlier than I showed up, because I was like, oh, I'm going to send it over there since I'm going to be over there anyway. But then it actually showed up like a week or two before I even got there. So I was like, man, I could have this shipped to my house. But this is like a Lupin, like, it looks like a booklet of part 5. It has like a coin on here. This is like a special edition, like a limited edition. It shows you like how many there are. It comes with this still like key art thing from the Castle of Cagliostro, which is like the movie. There's some pins in here that I can't see. There is a bookmark, and then also it says There are 1,000 of these limited editions. I have 459. So like
Wow.
there's a little authenticity thing. And then finally is this actual book itself. It's heavy. It is the special edition of this came with this slipcase for it. So 50 years animated of Lupin the Third, and it has like his little Lupin thing here. But yeah, it is a Lupin the Third guide of everything Lupin the Third for 50 years. So like you can go in here and go to I'm not going that page. Like part 1, like the original part 1, and there's a thing for every single episode. There's like a little still and explanation of what happens in the episode, when it airs, who the director was. It does it for part 2, and they're all color coded on like on the sides. After part 2, then it starts with the movies, and then every single TV special and movie and series is all in here.
Wow.
Not every special has a screen capture or anything like that, or like the poster, but most of them do, and they talk about like things that need to be talked about, like influence and stuff. So there's this thing at the end where it talks about how like Great Mouse Detective, that old Disney movie, there's a part in that film where they're fighting inside a clock tower, that was inspired or homage to Lupin Castle Cagliostro, because there's a scene where they fight on in a clock tower just like that, like almost identical. The scene from at the end of the movie when the water goes away and drains, and you see like the city, Atlantis, like the Disney movie Atlantis, the Lost Empire, took that into inspiration of like when Atlantis finally, I don't know, like rise, like when you see it, and even like I knew this, but the Simpsons movie where Bart is like rolling down the roof, like that's inspired by Castle Cagliostro as well. There's just so many things that like people watched Lupin, watch this film, and they're like, I like this so much, I'm gonna put it in my movie, and they do. But
So
yeah, no,
so
it's awesome.
so have you seen that Netflix has that it's like their movies called Lupin?
Yes,
It,
because Lupin technically is a real, or not a real. He's a real literary character. Lupin, Arsène Lupin. So like if you play Persona 5, the main protagonist's first persona is Arsène. So Arsène Lupin, because he even has like a hat and he's a gentleman thief. But yeah, like that is a thing by uh is it Maurice Leblanc? I forget.
yeah.
But it's some author, and so he made the original Lupin years and years ago, and then Japan was like, I like that so much, I'm gonna make his grandson, and this is who it is now.
I often wonder that because it seems to have the same, I mean, him being a thief
Yeah.
and all that. I've never watched them because they're in French,
Mhm.
but and the dub of it, dubs in any of those are just awful usually.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that Lupin film on Netflix, but yeah, I have not watched it as of yet, but I own a lot of Lupin on Lupin the Third at least, and I own now, and the rest of it should be arriving probably next week. But I now own all of the Blu-rays of Lupin the Third that have ever been released in America,
Wow.
except the except the fourth season, because there's 2 copies of that, and then the fifth and the sixth season comes out I think next week or in a couple weeks. So I don't own any of those seasons because they're really expensive, because they're newer. But I'm waiting for a sale, and then pick those up eventually. But yeah, I don't know. It's really weird with part four. There's a English only version and then there's a Japanese version because the English version um, uses the footage from the Italian version because I guess Italy had its own version of Lupin with like less. I think they got it first actually before Japan, or aired there first, but like it has less scenes and like scenes are played out a tiny bit differently, or at least with the timing because it's built on like their dub. I want to say, whereas the Japanese has like its own opening and it has like a special episode and like stuff like that. So um I don't know, I might buy them both eventually. I'm a fan of that dub cast, but I don't watch Lupin dubbed really. I don't really watch anything dubbed anymore to be honest. Not that there's anything wrong with
I
that, but
I was a big fan of dub. Like when I used to collect Jackie Chan films, I would get them in the original language.
yeah.
But a good idea of what's a good and bad dub is Kung Fu a Hustle.
Oh yeah.
The voice acting for the dub is awful,
Yeah.
and the jokes don't make sense. But if you watch the original language subtitle, it's so much better.
Mm-hmm.
There were so many scenes I laughed at where I'm like, okay, so now this makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I still watch a lot of my anime dubs just because sometimes I'm like, it's hard when like I'm just trying to sit there and watch it. I'm always doing something else,
Mm-hmm.
so I just want to be able to do it and then like not
Yeah.
have to look at the screen the whole time. But yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It could just be a naivete or whatever, but I there is a good time in my opinion where like dubbing for anime and video games and stuff are really really good in like early 2000s to like 2010 2011.
Yeah,
Like I guess it might have also been like the shows that were coming out at that time, but I feel like the voice direction and everything was excellent around that time. And then I don't know, as we get more and more of these other shows, um I wasn't a fan of fat. I don't know how the process works, so I can't really judge it one way or the other. But I personally wasn't a fan of fast dubs, which is like what people do. I mean, it's a business practice now essentially, where let's say, yeah, Demon Slayer comes out today, new episode. Let's just say in about 2 weeks, there's going to be a dubbed episode, so it's off by 2 weeks. I think Bleach is doing that this season too, and other stuff like that. But also the good and bad thing about that is that you get all these no name actors, so they get the experience, but they're also, I don't know, there's more of a deadline, I feel. So I don't know if that's also affecting it, but I feel like there's less quality, not necessarily from the actors themselves, but it could just be from the writing, from the
yeah,
from the direction. But again, I'm not that kind of person. That's just what I see personally as in
yeah.
here, as someone outside the ecosystem. I'd like to talk to someone who was actually a voice actor and see if that is true for the most part. Because I know, I don't know if they still do it, but like Sentai Filmworks, I don't think they release dubs at all until it comes out on Blu-ray. So like it's like how it used to be, where like they took their time on a show and worked on it and worked on it, and then it comes out eventually, and it comes out when it's ready. Um, so I don't know. Again, I'm not really knocking on dubs or anything, but I prefer. At this point in my life, I'm used to Japanese subtitles and stuff like that. I mean, I saw during break, I saw the last Evangelion movie in theaters. I saw it last year on Amazon. It's available on Amazon Prime. You can watch
Yeah.
it on there, but I don't like the subtitles on Amazon Prime. They're just not good, especially
No.
when multiple people are talking at the same time, or if there's like a song playing at the same time as someone's talking. It doesn't know like when to do stuff, and Crunchyroll has that problem too sometimes. But it was enough to where like I love Evangelion so much that I wanted to watch it in the best way possible, and I did. So I saw it in theater, and it was still really really good. I highly recommend it, but you have to watch everything else Evangelion first.
Yeah, I saw those on Amazon, and I'm like, I just I said I'd have to find a time where I can watch it with no one else here to bother me, or um, and after the little ones go to sleep.
Yeah, you don't want the little ones to see any boobies.
Yeah, no, no. So, uh, but yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I think I've watched Kung Fu Hustle. I don't even know how many times I've watched it, but my dad watched it and said it was okay, and then I was like, now watch the actual language subtitle. He goes, oh, I hate watching it. I said, no, seriously. And he's like, okay, they made more sense. Like the scene where the landlord's husband's like looking at people showering,
Mm-hmm.
and the joke you make in English dubbed is not as funny as the one in his language.
Yeah.
Before she kicks the crap out of him. Uh, you know, I just so I get it. Um, especially with that. I just, we're not knocking dubbed at all, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes it's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, really quick. I personally don't like, and I found this out the hard way, I guess. We finally found a copy of Digimon, Last Evolution, Kizuna, I think it's what it's called. It's the final Digimon farewell to the original cast of Digimon, and it came out like years later. I think it came out like last year, maybe, or 2 years ago. Honestly, I don't know. Time's weird. Yeah, I think it did come out in 2020 actually, and then came out on Blu-ray shortly after that. Um, but it was localized by, I forget who, but the sub, and I watched it a different way, a different way you can't prove. But so I watched it that way, and like the sub for that, because it was a fan version. It had the names correct and all of that because you're watching Japanese. So TK is Takaru. There is Taichi instead of Tai, Yamato instead of Matt. Koshiro Izumi is Izzy. Like the names are different because that's what the names actually are in Japan. But when you go and watch this Last Evolution movie on Blu-ray and turn it on, and the subs are on, the subs say Matt. The subs say Tai. They say all the things incorrectly. I'm watching it in Japanese. Say the real name in the subtitles.
yeah,
Like, it's just very annoying. And the thing that doesn't make sense, because I think it's the same people who localized the previous one. Digimon Try was the last season that came out a little while ago. Um, for that series, it was like all them all grown up again, but grown up in high school, I guess. Whereas this one's like college. That movie. Um, they called everyone Taichi. They called them Yamato and all that kind of stuff. The only thing that was different was the evolutions, because the evolutions are screwed now, because that's just the way that we have stuff, like how we have like in training rookie, champion, uh ultimate mega. They have like baby, uh baby 2, child, adult is champion, uh then it is, let's see, perfect, and then ultimate. Because ultimate is supposed to be the highest version. um and like, yeah, so that's always going to be the American version of that in anything, and at this point I'm fine with that. Or Gatomon is actually called just Tailmon, like that's its name. But honestly, I think Gatomon is a better name because Gato cat and everything, and it makes more sense because it is a cat instead of just Tailmon. It's just a stupid name. But so like, yeah, that wasn't correct either, but like everything else that mattered, like actual names of people and things, were all correct. But yeah, I don't know, that latest movie, that's why I didn't buy it for so long, and then I got like a used copy for like $6 recently, and I was like, yep, I'm glad I only spent $6 on this because I'm still mad that it wasn't correct. I kept asking people, like on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. I put out multiple things like, before I buy this, like when it came out, does this have the correct subs? And people didn't know what I meant, and I said it, and then I never got a response for anyone. And lo and behold, I guess this is why. I even like said on their like official thing, I was like, does this have correct subs for names? And no one said anything. But I don't know, it's me ranting about things. I don't know, I feel like this honestly could just be the podcast. This is ranting and talking about everything
I mean,
that we've been doing.
I think with it being the anniversary and us doing what we've been doing, that's perfectly fine. I do want to bring up one thing that
Yes.
happened while we were out.
Well, there's two things actually. I want you to bring up the first thing, and there's another thing.
Well, on previous podcasts, we had joked a lot.
Previously on Get Eye Gaming,
we made the Blumhouse said that they were going to produce a Five Nights at Freddy's movie, you know, we kind of joked about it and said, "Oh, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen." And the guy that owns Blumhouse is like, "Look, on Twitter, he's like, we got a script. We're almost ready to go. I swear this is happening." I think it was last February or March. He said it, and so we're just joking and joking, and then all of a sudden during break, they announced the cast. And some of the big ones were Matthew Lillard as William Afton.
Zoinks.
Yeah, I know, right? It's just a weird seeing him, but I think if anyone remembers Scream, he played, someone that's messed up pretty well.
Yeah.
Josh Hutcherson as security guard and Mary Stuart Masterson as I don't remember what her role was, but I'm like, these are like big names tied.
See the kid that had that Hulu series and was also on Hunger Games? Josh?
Yeah. That's what's weird, because like, he's a pretty big actor. We joke about Shaggy there doing like Shaggy's voice for years.
Yeah, it's really cool how like he is Shaggy now. Like now that he is ever since Casey Kasem passed away, like now he is Shaggy in all of the direct to DVD things and all the adaptations except the newest one. Yeah, like it's really cool to see that he's going back to his roots. He's doing something scary.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, I was talking this to my son, who my 14-year-old, the Five Nights world has been his world for the last 9 years. Just he was little when he got into it. And I found it first. It was funny. It was an IGN article about this game called Five Nights at Freddy's. And so I showed it to him. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I need these." And so like he's been a huge fan ever since. But we were talking. He's like, "I don't know, man. All I see is Shaggy." And I'm like, when you get older, I'm going to show you Scream. He has to be a little bit old. He's not really into the gore and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he played this whole role, I guess you should say spoilers, but it's so old.
Yeah, it's so old.
Whole role, he was one of the killers and played it off so well. And then once they found out that whole scene there was fantastic acting.
Yeah,
especially when you get stabbed too deep. The whole "I'm feeling woozy," all that is just perfectly done. So I'm not worried about that. And William Afton is if I'm remembering correctly, I got a brief lesson from it from my son. He's the one that created the Five Nights characters.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a really dark role. I know they said they're trying to stick to a PG-13, but then as we were talking about it, you had told me something else that you had heard about this as well. That Jim Henson Company, the Henson Company.
Yeah, for some reason I thought I heard that. I don't know if that's actually true or not. I don't know if that came up on your stuff, but I thought I heard that Jim Henson Company was helping with the animatronics, which makes sense.
Yeah, and I think if they do that, it will give that more of a creepier vibe than CG.
Yeah. What if they're just puppets? What if they're just like people with their hands up and it's just like,
"Oh my god,
haha, I'm Freddy Fazbear."
Well, they had to do something because I watched that one that Nicolas Cage did. That was a blatant knockoff of that. God, was that movie awful?
Yeah.
Just awful acting. Nicolas Cage did not say a single word in that whole movie whatsoever. It was just not good at all. It was an awful, awful movie. But I watched it because I was like, I want to see what a low budget version is compared to Blumhouse's probably
Yeah.
stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't realize this until before, but the Five Nights games in the following for Five Nights is way bigger than me and you ever thought.
Oh yeah, it has been. I think it fell off a little bit for a while because it became too mainstream with
Yeah,
all the books and stuff. But like for a while, like it was the biggest thing on YouTube. Like I
yeah.
mean, that's the thing that put. I think they. I don't know if they're still doing it, but like that's the thing that put like game theory and MatPat and all that stuff on the map was having all of that Five Nights at Freddy's stuff because there's just so much. Like there's enough drip fed information that you can just theorize and just be like, oh, this is gonna happen, and like you don't have to be right or wrong as long as you have enough evidence in one way or the other. You can just make a video however you want, and he just made a million of those videos.
Well, and I think when Security Breach was coming out, so I went back and I watched this is so I wanted to see if it was true or not. There was lots of comments about that state of play where they announced the Security Breach trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the first trailer, and so I'm like, there was lots of talks about, oh my god, like 90% of the people there were for Five Nights at Freddy's because
Huh.
there was all been a rumor about it. And I watched it and I went through and was reading the comments and counting that they were right. There
Yeah.
were so many people commenting on that. It didn't even matter the other games. And I know Security Breach had issues and it didn't. Um, and I wonder what their sale number was because I feel like it was pretty decent.
Did
But
that game exist still in space? Because it looked like it was a space Five Nights at Freddy's in the
they
very
didn't.
first thing.
They didn't really say. Now I've watched. There's several endings. Number one, so I've seen one ending, and I won't ruin it for anybody. But there are several endings to that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know if they explain where it's at, but they don't really say where it's at.
Because I thought that in the state of play thing, I thought we saw like a space station Five Nights at Freddy's location, like it either a space station or like it was like a I don't know, like the Jetsons, you know, like something like high up in the sky.
The way it looks, because if you go when you play it, there's an underground
Okay.
uh, there. So you have to hold the fort for a second because they're gonna have to go out.
Oh, that's totally fine. Actually, I might just finish the episode here, or at least call a little bit. I mean, you can still go, but I mean, yeah, well, I'll talk a little bit, and yeah, you can go.
Yeah, and then shut up. Hold 1 second here.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah, the last Five Nights at Freddy's is crazy. I've never personally got into it because I am afraid of everything. I don't like jump scares. But that is interesting to hear. Matthew Lillard, our boy Shaggy, I can't do his voice. Shaggy, was on there in this movie now, so that's pretty cool. And then, like you said, all these other actors sounds pretty awesome. But the next thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have any graphics or anything like that for it, but I heard that I don't know why I almost said Final Fantasy 7. I have Final Fantasy stuck in my head. I heard that Rush Hour 4 is supposedly happening here soon. This comes from like I think a recent Jackie Chan interview, where they talk about like it sounds like it's happening more so, and now we just have to kind of wait on Chris Tucker. But I'm hoping it happens because I love. Everyone knows I love Rush Hour. I would love to have a Rush Hour watchathon or whatever, Rush Hour marathon or Rush Hour commentary. I think would be great. Um, but yeah, there he is, and he's back. I was talking about Rush Hour 4 is like pretty much official now because of that Jackie Chan thing. Yeah, so like I'm very excited. And then I kind of also talked about how we um I don't even remember anymore. See, this is what I talk about the podcast. Like it just all kind of just goes away. But yeah, no, Rush Hour 4. Oh, right. We were talking about earlier. I don't know if it was during this podcast or before in the live stream on youtube.com/getgaming. Um, but we were talking about how like we should do like audio podcast or not audio podcast. That's what we're doing. Commentaries for movies and stuff. Um, I think that'd
Absolutely.
be pretty fun to do. But yeah, Rush Hour would be a fun one. Because I mean we've already done episodes about the first two, but I mean, yeah, I do a podcast or a commentary for Rush Hour 3 even. You know, we didn't even talk about it during that thing, but yeah, I'll give it another go. We can talk about why it fails a lot compared to the other two. But
There was a reason why there was only like after Shanghai Nights they didn't do a third one. I did
yeah,
think like that third one was like, and then he had the whole brother situation in Rush Hour 3, and I'm like,
yeah,
your brother's Japanese and you are not Japanese, and it's just like, it's just
yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in that, but uh anyway, but what I wanted to do now is because it's getting about that time for our live stream to end, or for not live stream, excuse me. We're still streaming, everyone. Our podcast portion to end here, and so thank you so much, everyone, for watching all these years. I guess I didn't say so in the beginning, but if you are new here, consider hitting that follow button. It's free for you. Helps out, or subscribe button, I guess, actually. Helps us out a lot. You can also find us on any podcast service, audio versions of this. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, uh, iTunes. We are on Amazon. We're probably on every single weird thing that you can think of just because of the way that we do stuff. And yeah, I think it's been a pretty good ride this whole time. And yeah, find us on youtube.com/getatgaming. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Discord. I don't know what the link is. I kind of wish I could just make a link that's like discord.gg/whatever. I'm gonna look into that and see if I can do a personalized like vanity Discord thing for it. We might have to have more people or something, but I think that'd be cool. It just make it easier instead of getting like a weird thing. Um, but yeah, again, thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Uh, again, these episodes are bi-weekly now, so you will be getting this audio upcoming week. So the week of the 11th, I guess, is when you're getting this audio, and then the Friday is when you're getting the video, and then we will see you see the 25th, I guess. Yeah, 25th is when our next episode will be. Yeah, that'll be a fun time. But yeah, Ben, do you have anything else to say to the lovely people before we end the podcast?
just again, just like what Alex said, thank you very much. It has been an awesome 3 years. I'm hoping to have 3 more years, and we've got some really cool things planned for this year. So
For sure.
the only thing I have to say is to get at it.
Get at it. All right. We are still streaming. I have stopped the recording.
I just stopped the recording as well. I'm going to double check.
All right.
Yep, there it is. Hurdy.
Whoop. There it is.
Yeah, that's texting me. It's like, when are you getting on?
Oh, is he wanting the PS5 already?
Yeah.
Too bad.
Well, it's funny because I told him I said we're going to start at 10, right? And we're late getting to it.
Sure.
So technically, if we would have started at 10, we've only been on for 17 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I get it. He's a young man. You know, that's what they do. He spent his own money to buy his PS5, so
Yeah.
I told him, I said, making sure he's off because I would hate to ruin a Call of Duty game. I've been there. Um, which I gotta hand to him. He did get an Xbox Series S for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, I said, well, oh, sad face, sad face. He did his own account,
All right.
which is good because I have my account here for my Series X, and then my other son got a Series S as well for his mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
So he just signed right into mine, which I get. He's 14 and doesn't have a job. That's fine. But you can only be on one thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Which they gotta kind of fix that, I think, because like I feel like if I'm on my PC and then somebody's on a console, they've got to be able to kind of make that a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree.
Or if you have different accounts, you should be able to do that. And I get it; they don't want someone just buying an account and just using someone else's. But yeah,
Sunglasses. All right.
I'm still waiting for my dogs to come in, but I'm super excited. Do you still want to play what I got loaded?
Give me a second here.
Oh,
Oh my,
fine.
it didn't send. We are finished with the live recording. So. What's this chat called? Live recording. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to write in the current host things so people can hop in if they so wish. But, yeah. Where is? I'm gonna turn that off. Whoops. I accidentally clicked on Twitch. Okay. Anyway, hello everyone who's waiting around. We just finished our live podcast. He has to go and do things and bring dogs in and probably pee because why not? But we yeah, that was our first podcast of the year. It's pretty fun to already just get that over with. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do next is probably play some games. I think the first thing that we're planning on doing might be some. I don't know. It depends on if anyone pops in. To be honest, but my current plan for games is so Ben's son doesn't have like an aneurysm of from waiting for so long. Maybe we will play a little bit of Ninja Turtles on PS5, the Cowabunga collection. So we're gonna probably do a little bit of that here and play some of that, and hopefully that all looks good. I do not have that logged in or not logged in, installed, Rob. So we will not be playing Elden Ring. Also, this is a Get At Gaming stream, so we will not be playing Elden Ring. Sorry to burst your bubble.
God, I have not played my character in a very long time. Like, I would almost be embarrassed if that's what we were doing today, Rob, because like my character is really, really low. I'd have to probably play as my son's character. He's almost finished the game, so that would almost be embarrassing to me. Although it is funny, like I'm on Cowabunga Collection, and I know there's only like a certain number of games you can play
Yeah.
online.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what gets me is like it's all like the arcade ports or the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo versions.
Yeah.
I really wish we could play Manhattan Project because I've never played that one.
Yeah, it's a good one for sure.
Oh, did they? Smash Bros. What is this thing? I guess I technically wrote Smash Bros. Potentially. That would require me though to hook up my Switch, and I don't know if we get more people, maybe. But as of right now, we're chilling, and we're gonna do some of this stuff first.
The only ones I'm seeing now, and there's no update, so
Is there no update? Okay. Oh, my PlayStation did turn off. Oof. Okay. Give me a quick second. This is gonna be not great. I need to make sure that certain things don't show up on certain screens. So that's why I need to open up this way. Wait, what?
I got 4 trophies from this game.
Huh.
I think I finished like 2 of the Game Boy ones, and then I finished the arcade. Like, well, no, 1 Game Boy one, and then a couple of the arcade ones. I think I
Okay.
did like.
Not bad. All right, I need to turn off this monitor. Hopefully, it doesn't affect anything. Turn back on.
I have never played my PS5 on a monitor before.
It's nice.
But it was really good. Yeah, and I just got brand new monitors.
Yeah.
That was a Christmas present to myself. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at right now, actually, Rob, because that was not there before, and I don't remember playing that one. Turtles in Time 4.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that one's on there.
Okay, that's my favorite one. Let me check for an update.
I was gonna do Tournament Fighters. See if you want to do that first. But I suck at Tournament Fighters.
I'm awful, and it's awful because I'm not gonna get the platinum for this game because I'm so bad at Tournament Fighters.
You just have to beat like one of the characters. It's not super hard. Where it gets hard is basically if you finish every game, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the platinum.
Yeah.
The hard one's gonna be is just the NES version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult. I watch a guy that streams that, and he's a speedrunner, and he makes it look easy, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's total.
Let me put that right here.
I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. I will tell you that like that's a difficult game anyway.
Which one?
I remember watching that when I first got my NES,
yeah.
which I own it back there.
It has a rewind feature, but you can't use it to get the platinum. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, you can use the rewind feature. You can't do the play the movie and then go to the last episode. Or play the movie and go to the last level or whatever. I don't think you can do that.
And I am definitely not proud enough to not use the rewind feature for Mega Man.
Oh wait, I need to go online. I might have to turn down this game a tad.
I definitely don't hear it, so.
Well, yeah. But I'll need to turn it down for the folks at home. Because I don't know if it's overtaking your voice a little bit.
It does. I totally agree with you.
5. Okay. All right. You know what I might try to do? I might try to do this. Is that nope? That's it's not what I want. This is my Smash Bros. side thing. Well, I turned it down a little bit. Where did my mouse go? There it is.
I got the purple one. So my son got this for his birthday. And it's funny because my wife's like, "Hey, we should get, he wants one." I'm like, "We should get him a purple controller." I don't know if you can tell it's purple, but he's used this once. So Dad uses it.
There you are. Look at that. We're almost there. Team NT background. Let's get rid of the Smash thing. We'll do it live. Get a gaming logo.
Look at that.
Get a gaming logo. And turn off stream. I'm not sure. Get rid of the Twitter.
Is that the other Turtles game you got there?
Yeah, because when we played it that one time, I had it like this.
Like Streets of Rage. I heard they're working on a new one of those as well. And I agree with your comment about practicing. Like, I think I did better in Mega Man 1 because of that. And I started remembering, like, things from when I was a kid. The bad part now is I'm totally stuck on Wily's Castle. It's so difficult.
Okay. I think we are good as far as that goes. We're good on that, good on that. And, okay, so I have the screen sharing with the people. So I don't know if you can see it on the stream. I don't know if you're watching the stream. But I haven't... Wait, I guess you see it in our camera.
Yeah.
But... Oh, yeah. Okay, so arcade, Turtles in Time. Wait, I'm in the online section. It says Hyperstone Heist is online.
Yeah, that's what Rob was talking about, is they've added some, because that was never on there.
Yeah. So what, so the only... Wait, so is everything on here then, except the one-player games?
That's not on there, and none of the NES ones are on here.
Yeah, so no NES Tournament Fighters and no Genesis Tournament Fighters.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's got... Yeah, it's got the Super Nintendo version.
I don't know. What do you want? What do you want to do?
I don't remember playing Turtles in Time 4.
You never played Turtles in Time? Turtles in Time is the classic one. This is Super Nintendo.
Yeah, is it the same as the arcade one?
Essentially, except it has Bebop and Rocksteady and Toka and Razar.
We should play that one. Can you play the arcade version? Yeah, I'm down with that as well.
We can. It might be a little harder, so I'm gonna have to put in more more coins or whatever into it. But yeah, we can. Arcade version of Turtles in Time.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, I'll make a lobby. Private lobby, yes. Frame delay, automatic, I guess, sure. Alright, I guess you can join lobby and find it. If not, I can try to send you an invite. Maybe that'd work.
Yeah, send me an invite. Because it has like a lobby, but it doesn't have one.
Hang on. Podcast. Boop.
Yeah, I remember the Super Nintendo one as well.
Alright, I sent it. Did you get it?
Yes. It says joining lobby, but it's not doing anything. So. Did you invite from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in the lobby now, and it just has 0 people.
Weird. Let me start game.
Oh, it just showed up.
Okay. Alright, I'm choosing my boy. Winners don't use drugs.
Okay, so it's weird. I don't really pick my turtle.
It will or won't?
It won't.
Okay. You might be able to change it here in a bit. I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, here, hit the start button. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just
No, but I meant like on my game because I don't see you.
No.
Are you just playing a different game by yourself?
no, it just like froze up. So like it says select your turtle and it's doing it.
How about now? Is it doing evening news or anything like that?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Okay. Try leaving and coming back. I'll just wait here for a bit.
It was weird, like it froze up, which is weird.
You might have to. You might have to close the game and open back up.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
Okay. Look at that, 101 lives. Yeah, this game isn't fair compared to, I feel like the Super Nintendo one's a lot more fair. If needed be, I can turn it off and restart.
So it let me join your lobby,
Mhm.
but then it just does the same thing where it just has like the turtle selection screen,
Okay.
and then it's nothing.
Okay, quit game. They kick you out of the lobby?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was weird because like it would get to that turtle screen, and then it would be like it wouldn't let me do anything.
Okay. You try to create a lobby then this time. Just make sure the lobby is private. I'll try to join it. It's thinking. Technical difficulties, as always. Is this just broken?
It did everything else right.
And you're playing the arcade version of Turtles in Time, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do something. Hang on. I need to do this again. Oh! Yep, same here. It's frozen. It's frozen with a 9. I'm gonna show people.
That's exactly what it did for me. It just did that.
This?
Yup.
I can't get out of the game at all.
Yeah, I had to like hit the PlayStation button and close the game.
Okay.
Do we need to play something besides Turtles today?
We can try a different version of Turtles. Maybe it is the arcade version that's giving us trouble.
Do you want to do Shredder's Revenge? Or you want to try that one again?
I think we should try one of the new games not in the new update. But that wasn't in the new update. Because we did the arcade version.
It's so weird that it didn't work.
Try. Alright, I'm gonna make a. Okay. I did Turtles in Time.
Okay.
But the SNES version.
Okay.
Try to join that one. Just join lobby, I guess. I'm not even gonna do a invite. Just keep spamming it until you see it.
It keeps trying to find a lobby.
Yeah, it took a while for yours to show up for me. It looks like it's gonna let me wait here.
Host quit the game and close lobby. That's weird because you didn't. Yeah, so it keeps saying that host quit game and close lobby. So maybe I'll wait until you start the game and then I'll.
And you're in the Ninja Turtles Super Nintendo, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll wait until you start and then I'll try to jump in.
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
All right, it's up.
Yep, it keeps saying that you quit the game.
But I did not. Okay. Like grab stuff. Okay, fine. Let's try. Okay. Yes. 2. Creating lobby. Alright, we're doing regular Ninja Turtles for arcade.
Okay.
We're not playing Elden Ring. I'm gonna ban you. It's gonna be a bannable offense. I don't know how to do it on here, but
That's so weird.
do you see it now?
I'm getting people to join a lobby with, but not you.
You click join lobby though?
Yeah, and it's like I've never seen these people before.
Huh.
Let me try to refresh the list. So it's like 2 random people. Yeah, not even doing you. So
Okay, hang on. I sent you an invitation. See if that works. Maybe it's freaking out because I'm streaming.
maybe. So here's what it's doing now. So go ahead and try and start it because it's at the screen where it says lobby and it's just sitting here. The only other option is to back out, and it's doing that same thing as before.
We're just a 9 now.
Yeah.
It's not counting down for you.
Nope.
What?
This is really frustrating. Turtles. Why would you do this?
Hang on, April.
Well, they move so fluid and weird. Oh, this looks gross. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're not playing Ninja Turtles.
I can always download something. We both have quite a bit.
Yeah.
Can always play Dragon Ball Fighters together.
That'd be. I don't have all that. I don't have that downloaded, and there's so much stuff to it. I think it'd take too long.
It's a big file.
Yeah. Well.
We both have Scott Pilgrim, don't we?
On PS4, PS5.
Yeah, I bought the complete edition.
Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah,
But it's not very big.
I think I have it on here.
I think you just passed it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's here. Kakarot, is it on PS5 yet, or is it PS4 only still?
I think it's.
I think it has a PS5 update coming soon.
I think so. Yeah. My kids downloaded it today.
Okay, so the PS5 update came out today then? Okay. I love okay, Kakarot was excellent. I love that game. So much. I bought the DLC for it too.
Yeah, I was hoping to try and play it since the kids bought it.
Yeah.
It's funny going through your list of what you have. I have so much.
It might be, Rob. I'm not sure. Go ahead and take a look. I'm just gonna wait for Scott Pilgrim. What do you mean? My list of like things that are downloaded to my console?
No, just like list of games that you have, like that are in your list, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bought Death Stranding for PS5 while I was out.
We always play Jump Force. That's such.
Well, no, you can't because the things are gone. Servers.
Are gone.
Plus, I don't own it.
I have Knack.
I have Knack.
I have Broforce. I even have the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Do you have River City Girls? Does that have online?
It does, but I don't own that one yet.
Oof.
I ordered one from Best Buy, the physical copy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not here yet.
Wait, River City Girls 2 or River City Girls?
River City Girls.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like they did.
2 just came out recently.
They just released it.
January 13th for Kakarot. All right, good to know. Kakarot.
Yeah, but just the stuff I have, you're just like, oh my gosh. I am downloading Scott Pilgrim.
Okay, cool.
It probably won't be as fast since I'm not doing like my normal internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of games here.
Trying to see what I have installed. So
Catherine.
all of my games, this is what's sad. All of my games that I own, whether they be PlayStation Plus or not, I have 567.
Mine says 426.
Yeah.
But you also had PlayStation Plus longer than I did and kept it for longer than I did because I didn't pay for it for like half a year once, so I was missing out on some games.
So since we're waiting for things to like download real quick here, this is what's installed: Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Dragon Ball Kakarot, Garbage Pail Kids Mad Mike. How about that? Gigantosaurus the game, because I have kids. Got more Ragnarok, Hello Neighbor, Mass Effect Legendary Collection, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Minecraft, the new Joe and Mac Caveman Ninjas that came out, Saints Row, Saturday Morning RPG.
Oh yeah, I heard about that game.
Oh, so good. It's like a whole 80s
Yeah.
thing. Sonic Frontiers, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection, and pretty soon, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Downloading, I'm about 89%.
Okay.
But yeah, like now it's funny because I download all these games and I'm like, I'm gonna play this, right? And then I go. But I did download at one point. I don't know if I just deleted it. There we go.
Hello there. Zach says hi. I don't know when he said hi though. You're free to hop in the chat if you want in live recording.
Okay, so Scott Pilgrim is done and it's loading. Unless there's something more to download.
Nah, that should be it.
It wasn't a big file.
You're in bed? Wow.
Normally at this time, I'm in bed.
Network game. Create a match? Whoops. Private. Private 2 players. Average Joe, because all the other settings are way too high. Hey, you're playing for the first time, aren't you? Probably on your PlayStation, so everyone's probably level 1
Yeah, I have not played this in
since
a
PS3.
Which one on this? Because it's different, right? Like, would you have to send me an invite?
No, you should be able to click network play and then do join.
Who are you gonna be?
I'm probably gonna be Steven Stills.
So you're okay if I'm Scott?
Yeah, because I'm not. Scott's already level 16 for me, so that's why I don't want to do it.
I wonder if it's so funny you sung up.
Yeah, you're the physical edition that you have.
Yeah.
Were you able to join?
What's loading?
Okay. I wonder if me playing or streaming or whatever is hurting our bit rate.
It just booted me out.
Booted you out.
Yeah, it said
It has to be something I'm doing then. Or maybe you. Maybe it's you. You know? Think your son's lying to you? Do you think he's playing Call of Duty and it's not letting you do
oh
things?
no, because it would have booted me completely off the system. It would have said like somebody was like someone has logged on using this. Like it completely takes you back to the one screen. It says you returned to the main menu because no matches were found. And it says Ryan 3033.
Huh. Wait, oh, try now. I had to go here first. I had to go World 1 in order to get you to join.
Yeah, my Scott's level 1, by the way.
Well, my Steven Stills I chose is level 1. Game night maybe the 21st around there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I just started a new job, so I don't think that should be an issue. But I'll just see.
My birthday is coming up soon too.
Nope, you've been returned to the.
Really?
Which, and I know that everything's working because I was able to download this pretty quick.
Yeah.
And for Turtles, it was letting me join other people's matches. Yeah. Well, I took this job because my last job I was driving everywhere.
Oh, I thought you were about to say my last job I was drunk.
Which, it's funny if you know what I do what I did for a living. would be kind of funny.
Yeah,
Oh, there's that.
I sent you a invite.
I'm joining group now. Yay!
Cool. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. I have no idea what I'm doing.
We'll see if it kicks us out. All right, bye Wallace. And what's his sister's name? Forget his sister's name.
Ooh, you have not played this for a while.
Well, we don't really have any things yet either. Any moves.
I would say this is pretty compatible to Double Dragon.
Yeah, it's more so Stacy. Yes, Stacy Pilgrim. Thank you very much. I feel bad about that. Anna Kendrick was Stacy Pilgrim. It's more Double Dragon meets River City Ransom meets Turtles. Like there's a lot of different things in this game, I feel.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it definitely plays like River City.
Well, because we also have the upgrades and the shops and all that kind of stuff. Ah, you're hitting me.
My bad.
Yeah, don't forget to grab all the money.
You
Where's
know, this
everyone
makes me go
dodging?
see the movie again.
Well, I
think
was saying, I think we should watch it as one of our first commentaries.
I mean, I will tell you, this is, I never read the comics or anything for this, but I think what made this movie so well done. First off, I think the director does no bad movies.
Oh yeah.
Some of my favorite movies of his of all time are Shaun of the Dead,
Mm-hmm.
Hot Fuzz. I could literally watch.
I still have
regardless.
not watched it.
I'm telling you, it is.
You were not wrong about geez, what's the game or movie? Whoa, I fell. What's that movie? John Wick. I watched the first John Wick.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
It was very good.
And they just keep getting more violent.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yes, Baby Driver is an amazing film. I think like what got me with Baby Driver, it was definitely different than what I was used to with him, and I'm so used to seeing Nick Frost and Simon Pegg. You know,
Yeah.
that's who I was used to seeing in his films. But yeah, Hot Fuzz. It is.
There he is.
Did you ever watch Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah. And I even watched World's End or whatever.
World's End's okay.
Yeah, but like I did end up I think I watched that one in theaters.
You gotta watch Hot Fuzz.
I mean Sunday, don't get hit by the truck.
I got hit by the bus.
Yeah. Again.
I got hit by the bus twice. Yes, John Wick is literally like an opera of violence. And if all he wanted to do would just be left alone.
Yep.
Every time we watch it, my wife makes me fast forward the part with the dog.
Aw.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah. It is.
And
I love the part like I mean sure I guess spoilers for John Wick because it's an old movie and yeah. but I love the part in the beginning where like the police officer shows up. Hey, John. Like, hey, Terry, or whatever his name is. Like,
He's like, "You working again?" I'm sorting some stuff out. Okay, that shows you like how scary of a person he
yeah.
is.
And they're like, I think he said like, do you need any help or something like that, or you got everything covered here? He's like, yeah, I do. Okay.
I love the fact in those movies they pay with gold coins.
Yeah. Or they was it dinner reservations?
Yeah,
That's what it is
everything
to
about
clean
that-
up.
I think the best thing about that movie is it's very classic.
Yeah. Like it's definitely, I can definitely see why it's the movie that like put him back on the map.
Well, and if you need it, I own all three. So if you need to borrow them, let me know.
Yeah, we ended up because my dad loves those movies, so we ended up buying them on Blu-ray. I don't have them, but he kept them because they're like not streaming anywhere, so that's why we got them. But I was only able to watch the first one. Training for the first one. Yeah, I did watch some of the special features on that one actually. Their training. Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, beast. I'm just gonna go.
Oh yeah.
When you train that much for a movie, but it makes it look realistic. The
I think it disappeared again from HBO. Because I checked earlier, like a few weeks ago in
I think
December.
maybe I thought it was back on there, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I mean maybe. Oh, watch
But,
out! He's gonna kick you.
Especially when you get to the third one, you're like, "What just happened?"
Mm-hmm.
It leaves you thinking that.
Whoops, that was the wrong thing. They're all on HBO Max. Interesting, because they weren't a few weeks ago. I hate HBO because of that. I was just like, oh, something's here. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Ugh. Man, I'm already getting tired. To be honest.
It has been a week.
It has.
The new John Wick is going to be even better because, first off, Donnie Yen's in it. I actually watched that teacher movie he did
Mm,
over break. Really good. Big Brother.
yeah.
Some of the fight choreography is really good, especially when he's like
Okay.
fighting. He's fighting MMA fighters.
Mm-hmm.
That was,
Do you see on my screen how there's a line on the screen?
yeah.
So I was scared that was my monitor. But thankfully now I know that it's just the capture of this place. I was so scared that I was like, oh no, I have a monitor line now. Peacock.
Peacock's not bad. I get it free. If you've got Comcast, you get it for free. Just so you know.
Comcast isn't a thing in the north. Okay, good, it's gone. That scared me. Like, do I have to get a new monitor?
I just bought these. I was like, no.
All right, we can fight these guys, I guess, and then head into the door up there right beside Gideon Cat.
Gideon. And I feel like definitely this movie plays like an Edgar Wright film.
Yeah.
The fact that they have actual sound effects and noises from video games
Mm-hmm.
is it had me. I love like how they got the Street Fighter ones for the first fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the best.
Oh, I accidentally got you. What's his name? Is it Jason Schwartz? Or
Yes.
Schwartzman or whatever?
Schwartzman.
Yeah. He was great. His Gideon Graves. All right, get ready for these pigs. You probably need more money than I do, to be honest, because I'm at 25 bucks. All right, there's gonna be more pigs.
Okay, now I want to watch Hot Fuzz and John Wick.
Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, if you do get Peacock, I was watching WCW from like early on,
Wow.
and I was like, gosh, this reminds me of like watching it with my brother.
Oh, I'm almost dead. You have to, yeah. Just mash it. Hey. Probably go to the store because we're almost at the stores here right now. Oof. Oh yeah, there's gonna be another bus here in a second, so watch out. Don't get kicked. Did you get a move yet, or did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Just making sure. Because I didn't think I was too far behind you.
Go in the coffee store.
Yeah, you can go in there if you want. You can go into anywhere now.
Wow.
Anything that's not closed. Oh wait, I couldn't go in there for some reason. It's glitched. Huh. That was weird. Yeah, I can't go in Delicious Cup. Fun fact. They're actually called second cups everywhere, except in this game, because I guess they didn't have the... Because it's called second cup in the movie, I think, right? Because it's like a Starbucks, isn't it, Rob? Like a real thing. There's young Neil. Yeah, if you want to buy anything, I might buy something. Not familiar, actually. I thought they were real. In the PS3 version, it was Delicious Cup in this too. Everything's exactly the same in this. I know that because I played that game too much, or this game too much. All right.
See, now you gotta find time to watch Hot Fuzz.
Maybe. Maybe someday.
Didn't Edgar Wright have something to do with this? This game as well?
This game is based on the movie, for the most part. Like Universal did the movie, or I mean, did this game, and that's why it is. That's why it was in like, I don't know, forever licensed away for a while.
I could have sworn that.
I don't think he helped with the game at all. I think
Him and his brother.
no, I'm pretty sure just the team and Brian Lee O'Malley helped out with it. Oh, I need to read Seconds again. Like that's his last. Besides Snot Girl, which apparently is really good. It's that's a comic book made by him, but he doesn't do the art. So like he can only draw a certain way. But like this is like an actual like comic book artist. And I've heard Snot Girl's really good, but his last full book was actually speaking of books, let's go in here. His last full book was called Seconds, and it's really good. I think the story of it is like the main person's like 30 or something and like going through like a crisis. So, but yeah. Wants to see his first book is just here. Graphic novel by Brian Lee O'Malley. All right, let's see. Let's do that. And I don't have enough. Okay. Here, lend me some change so I can buy. Can you lend money by hitting circle? Maybe you only lend $5 and up. No, oh no, I accidentally gave you money now. Okay, there we go. Wait, no. Try it again. Try lending me money. What the? I don't get it. Oh, try now. No.
I wonder.
Okay, try now, because I just took all your. Nope. Okay.
I gave it back to you.
I think you can only do increments of 5.
Yeah, I don't have that much.
Yeah. Oh well. I got a new move. It's the backwards move. All right. So yeah. Well, man, I'm getting so tired right now. Like it's hitting me.
Yeah, well, we're not used to being up this late.
Yeah. So you might finish here soon, to be honest. I don't know. Oh, watch out for the bus. Yeah, I love this game, but like the levels sometimes are way too long, in my opinion. But they're like 3-parter levels. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that we can't do anything there, but where that star is, that's a secret shop. See?
How do you get in there?
You just have to know it's there, and then you can just go in. But like, there's nothing in there. Like for us, it's way too expensive stuff. It's for like grinding money and coming back and buying stuff.
Gotcha.
It's oh yeah, we need to get up. It's Wallace's shop, so like it's just very expensive stuff. One of the things that you can buy is ambrosia, because they talk about it in the movie. I think they talk about it in the graphic novel. Yeah, no, that movie had really good casting.
Well, and the fact that he made, you know, all of his, everyone do their own fight scenes and stuff for the most part.
And not blink. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like, there's only like a few scenes where you can see someone not blinking. I mean, blinking, I mean.
And I get Chris Evans being able to do all that, right? Because it's Chris Evans.
Yeah. Or it's like, nothing without my stunt team. And then it's just a bunch of stunt.
Yeah.
Stunning.
That's pretty sweet. But
Yeah.
like, you know, even the main character, like the guy that plays Scott, he's never, you know, been like a big
Yeah.
action. You know, and for him to do those fight scenes on his own, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I think it was a meme for a while. It might have been like a TikTok thing. But you know the part where like he gets a where Lucas Lee, so Chris Evans, gets a text message, and he's like, haha, that's actually hilarious. Like, now people like do the text message that he supposedly got. It's just like something really stupid, and it's just like, haha, that's actually hilarious. Oh yeah, you can't hit him with normal attacks. You have to either throw him, hit him with an item, or use your triangle attack on him. He's gone though. All right, ready to fight Matthew Patel?
Are you gonna ask me if I read that email that I sent you about this? Skimmed it.
Yeah. Okay, here's what you gotta do. You gotta stand here, and then you just get all the items. Because like this is like the area of like where you get all the stuff. So you're getting all the bottom ones, but the top one all spilled everywhere. Let me change for laundry.
This is like the furthest I've ever gotten in this game.
We're not even at the first boss. Oh yeah, Crash and the Boys just played. And it killed the audience. In the graphic novel, that's what it does. It like kills the audience or something. Oh yeah, and there's Stacy's boyfriend and Wallace making out on top. I forget that kid's name, but it's like Jeremy or something. Do they rock or do they suck? They have not played yet. That was a test. You pass.
I think what's even better is, Culkin just did an amazing job with that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he honestly, like, he is one of the best parts of this film.
I watched him in this other show. It's a business show. He is fantastic in that.
Huh. Oh, you might want to throw that cup because it doesn't do any damage. Oh yeah, we're gonna get demon chicks here right now. Demon hipster chicks, I think it's what they're called. Oh yeah, Aubrey Plaza was really good in this movie too.
I love how they censored her.
Every time it was just something different. Thank you, Julie.
After watching her in Parks and Rec, though, like, I don't think she acts. I think that's just really her.
Just her. Alright, you're my weapon now. I guess not. There we go. He turns into like 52 cents or something like that.
I remember that. He's like, oh, look, quarter, or whatever he says.
Yeah, he's like, or he says like it's not enough for the bus ride home, and then Ramona's like, I'll lend you the 11 cents or something like that.
I still think what's even better is after he does the thing or whatever, the uppercut, they KO from Street Fighter.
Yeah, KO.
Like, it's funny because my wife's like, how can you know what that is? I'm like, it's so iconic.
Yeah.
You know? Every sound that happens in that movie is like so iconic. Wow, this doesn't even look like Mario 3.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a level. Oh, it's counting down on us too. Oof.
Wow.
Look at that. It's yelling at us.
mean, if you want to play another round, I'm good. If not, I think I'm good as well. Whatever you want to do.
I'm looking. Hang on. Well, let me go here at least. We're probably gonna die, but so if it does set up, it's gonna take us to level 2. I'm trying to check some things here really quick because I can't see. I lost the video because it's on a different screen, so I need to grab it really quick. So yeah, if you can, just gonna guard. I love this song. Oh yeah, you can't hear any of this music. That's right, I forgot.
No.
And if I try to share it with you or whatever, it's probably gonna be delayed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get reflect in this level, because if you like guard at a perfect time, then it like, or reversal. That's what it is. That's not bad. Let's see here. What other games do I have? I'm trying to think. Like, I'm fine, I guess, doing this. Yeah, we can just continue. I need to buy some food though, because we're about to die. You can tell we're in Canada. Get some poutine. Did that really do like nothing? Okay. Oh, it did more. Okay. Okay, that did more health. I was wanting to do more health. Okay, anything else? French fries. Wait, I thought I could take French fries to go. Come on. Okay, never mind.
What did the French fries do?
I think it was just less. I think it was just mostly health. Maybe not. GP? Looked like 15 of everything. The burger gave me more health than anything, but I think we only have so much. Okay. Oh, I already have my move. Oh, watch out. Edgar Wright's gonna pop up. There he is.
Is that a dragon?
Yeah. He can get angry, so watch out. Yeah.
You weren't kidding. This is much harder.
Yeah, second level is super hard. That's why I think the first level is very the first level is very grindable. Like, you can get a lot of money in the first level. So I think they expect you to like play the first level a couple times and then just buy items to gain either like health or I don't know, like different stats. Oh yeah, we get to destroy the car in this in a second. But we have to do this first.
Like destroy the car like Street Fighter?
Yeah. It's one of these things. Because, yeah, if we didn't do that, then it was going to explode on us. Same thing with the car. If we don't do the car fast enough, it will explode on us. Oh no, the key fell down. Yeah, we need the key to unlock the door. Oof.
Oh.
Watch out for these bats. I think there might be more bats. No, it's a dinosaur dragons. Yeah. Alright, watch out for these guys. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that one got mad. Oh, great, the key fell. Never had that happen. It happened twice. Alright, this next one, we have to do something special. We don't want to break that thing first that's saying.
Okay.
We want to fight all the dragons first. Because one of the dragons holds the key. And if we break it, then it's gonna Indiana Jones this place, and then we won't. We'll have less time. Ah. Yeah, there's the key. Yeah, they're both gone. Okay, so I guess if you want to stand, I think it's like right here. Might be good. I don't know, maybe not.
What's crazy is if you hadn't played this before, you wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, now we need to break it, I guess. Lucas, I'd say we could call it after that. If we lose the Lucas, then we lose the Lucas, but we're almost there. We have the car, and then this was the last like group of people on a camera. And then there's gonna be photographers. Yep. There we go. That was close. Yeah, because otherwise the car would leave and it leaves just a ton of dynamite and stuff, and then we would get hit. There's Wallace and young Neil for some reason. Powers, look him up on the web.
And skateboarders.
Yep. Oof. But we can grab the skateboards at least and use them as weapons. Like how they are. Honestly, just save yourself. Don't even try to fight. Get me. He's almost dead, though. I'm gonna be mad if we don't win. Because, like, we're there. He's flashing way too much.
It's like Simpsons.
Yep. There we go. Both of them at the same time.
We did it.
All right, ready for him to do a grindy rally thingy? Kill himself. Oh yeah, and then you get his skateboard, but you don't have the skateboard proficiency or something, so then it disappears from the graphic novel. It's like, you got a skateboard, but you don't know how to skateboard, and it just disappears.
Ugh. This game is really fun, though.
It is.
You could tell it was done by people that played these type of games when they were younger,
Mm-hmm.
because it's done just right.
Explain what? The skateboard? Is that what he's talking about?
Maybe. That's funny.
Came out 100 years ago. This game isn't that old. Okay, we are not good enough to do this next one because we are not Todd Ingram. We're not his level. Like we'll lose to the vegan powers. Cause that's what's his name?
Brendan Roush.
Yeah, Superman.
You mean gelato's not vegan?
Chicken isn't vegan?
Veal Parmesan. Do you know what's funny? For the longest time, I did not know that Scott's ex-girlfriend was Brie Larson.
Oh yeah.
And like, I remember like when I was watching Captain Marvel, I'm like, God, where do I know her from? And then I happened to be watching Scott Pilgrim. And I'm like, holy crap, Captain Marvel was Scott Pilgrim's girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally skipped to the boss fight. Oh yeah, and then they got caught. All right. We're gonna die, but it's fine. We didn't have to do the long stage, so we can just do the fight. Let's see if we lose. She's gonna switch. It's gonna be Natalie here in a second. Envy, I guess. Envy Adams. No one calls me Natalie anymore. Maybe they should. Alright, she's almost gone. I think they have the same health bar, technically, so we should be safe. It just depends on who tags in. Almost done. You almost did it. Oof. Just gonna fight her over here. There we go.
His comment's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Ready for the best Guitar Hero fight ever? Well, I guess you said that you haven't played this game this far. So, we have to just run and jump. Or, yeah, just like run and get out of that, yeah. Run and jump is the fastest way, because otherwise we're gonna die. Oh, I thought it was you at first. That's why I was slowing down. I guess you get to do it. Yeah, no, we're dead. Because he's using all his vegan powers. He turns into like an Akira. Hey. Yeah, watch out. Vegan police.
Man, he is tough.
Yeah, because they expect you to like buy items and stuff by now. Well, we're both dead. Actually, that's not true. You still have an extra life. Because I saved you from dying. So now
That
you're
was-
fighting him by yourself.
Oh, good.
Oh, I might be able to take your life. But it's probably not worth it.
Crap, I got caught.
Yeah, you're fine. You can fight him now. Oh, he's almost gone. Yeah, you might do it. Because you still have more health besides the 10. Because your burn meter or whatever is can also be converted to health here in a second.
It's up there.
We were so close. Well, that was a stream, I guess. It was a long.
It was a good stream.
Yeah,
It was good. It was good.
it was.
We celebrate 3 years.
Yes. Yes, we did. So we didn't go as far as I thought we would, to be honest, but as long as I thought we would, but that's fine. We're ending it naturally, I guess. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and go back to this camera. Let me turn off the PlayStation. Now your son can play PlayStation. He's probably waiting.
I mean, I felt like it was a pretty good stream. I normally don't stay up this late either, so this is a big deal for me.
It is. Look at that. But yeah, YouTube. This is the first time we've ever done YouTube. I think it went fairly well. I don't know if we're gonna get caught by anything later, but
Most likely, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
who knows? YouTube streaming is different and weird, so we didn't play anything. We didn't play a Mario or anything like that, so I think we're probably safe unless Anamanaguchi's Scott Pilgrim got caught for some reason, or Ninja Turtles earlier when we were trying to do it. But yeah, this has been almost a 4-hour stream. If you're new here, consider I don't know, subscribing if you want. Watch the rest of the VODs. There are a bunch of old podcasts that you can listen to, whether that is on this video version here on youtube.com/GetAtGaming. You can also go to any podcast service and find Get At Gaming, and you should be able to find our stuff here. But yeah, overall it was a good one. Thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you everyone for watching. Yeah, we've had 4 concurrent viewers for like almost an hour, over an hour or something. But overall, viewers, because it shows me like how many views in general, but then it shows how many people have been watching or are currently watching or whatever. But yeah, thanks so much everyone. It's been really fun time. We look forward to more stuff for the future, later this year for this streaming in general or podcast in general. And yeah, again, next week's episode is already recorded. We recorded it during this thing, so that if you've already watched this, then you're probably going to see that episode again. But yeah, I'm trying to think of if we have anything else to say. Stay tuned for more future projects and things like that. But do you have anything else to say to the audience?
Just thanks for the support for the 3 years, and I'm excited to see what we'll be able to do in the next years. So,
Yeah, for sure. All right, but we will see you next time, and get at it.
get at it.